If you see me keep looking over my shoulder, I gotta watch my back. Oh, she egged me. What the Oh, shit all over my rip with the jersey. Go get me a towel. Y'all didn't know. Y'all.
You fucking owners have handled Judge, gentlemen, retired? Come on! He should have been fired before the fucking season! Joe Judge, quarterback sneak on not one, but 2 times from the fucking 5-yard line!
And we're talking echelon, it's going to be Yankees first, Giants second, Jets third, Mets last.
No!
Wait a minute. It's Yankees first. It's Yankees first.
Okay.
Giants second.
Okay.
Knicks third.
No!
Jets fourth. Mets fifth. Wait a minute. The Nets bit their mouth when they found out he was leaving. Maybe it was girl number 25 that didn't mind doing it.
I'll just put it this way. It's way bigger than Nino Brown, a.k.a. Deshaun Watson. This is way bigger than him.
Yeah, that's exactly what this is.
Maybe that's why he got off, because it's bigger than him and there's bigger people implicated in this.
I'm thinking it's going to come to maybe 5 years down the line, and then Cleveland going to crumble.
Whoa, welcome. It's Friday. It's our sports show. This is your host, Mo Young, kicking it to you live on this Friday. Let's bring in the diabolical hater. And I don't know what's going on with Doc's camera.
I'm not on camera?
Nah, you're not on camera.
Not on camera. It's dark. We can hear you. That's fine. It works with it. But man, thanks for everybody who come in. I see you, Jay. HR's in the house.
HR. It just takes my camera.
HR, look, now you see it live and in person. Eric Late.
Well, I'd like to thank everybody who joined in. Man, there's a hell of a game that's going on between LSU and Virginia Tech. That's a hell of a game. It's going down to the wire. So the women's Final Four look like it's going to be better than the men's. They're going down. That's what I was watching while I was waiting. Man,
am I in here now?
Yeah, you're in.
We can see you now. I like the hat. That hat is nice.
Yes, sir. Y'all see me? Y'all see me cut my promo?
Oh
yeah, I like
saw
that.
You promo. He is always watching, man. But let's talk about the NCAA tournaments. Like they're saying, the women's tournament is out earning the men's because nobody want to see the teams in the men's tournament. So everybody's watching the women's tournament. So there you go, women's basketball. Y'all up. So don't disappoint. You got eyes on y'all now.
I mean, they're up, but when it comes to the WNBA, they're not up.
I'm just saying, maybe they can create new stars. If more people watching it, then they'll probably try to, follow them into the WNBA. But I'm just saying, the college basketball, the women are outperforming the men this year. Like, it's not even close. Like, we had a 40-point triple-double by Caitlin from Iowa. She had the girl from LSU, Angel Reese, had a 20-20 game. I mean, they having some memorable games. Like, and I was not one into women's basketball because to me, it's just too fundamental. It's like watching the Spurs game. I used to hate watching the Spurs games. It's too damn fundamental. But they got some flair.
They actually run
Man.
plays in women's basketball
Yes, but
where
these got flair. Yeah,
they're not run down the court and shoot it up basketball.
yeah. They are fun to watch in person, probably. Like, but on TV, it's not as fun because highlights make everything. But hey, man, I'm tuned in. I'm locked in. So right now, LSU is up 60-62. So just see if they can bring it home for the home
That's
state.
right.
I know I'm gonna root for LSU, but it's the women.
I'm about to keep my updates up myself, so you're gonna forgive me
Oh,
what
man, I love Hulu. I can just put it on the phone and watch it. Wow, I'll keep y'all updated.
do that. Nah, I'm gonna be I'm on him as well, but as you
Ooh,
said, the
Angel Reese with the
yeah,
putback.
I'm up there too. I'm watching it too.
Yeah,
But
so man, but let's get to Lamar Jackson though. I want to show the ladies some love. Hey, they doing their thing. Lamar Jackson,
yeah, I'll do
man, he
anything.
made a trade from the Ravens, but nobody wants him, man. When will this saga end, man? When will this Lamar
You know,
Jackson?
you talking, I wish I could understand it because I really don't understand it. Lamar Jackson is a proven winner. He's been in the postseason every year since he's been in. And I mean, he's just box office. I mean, people pay money in Baltimore to see Lamar Jackson play. Now, yeah, he hasn't played like an entire season, is including to this point. But at the same time, you're reaping benefits from him winning games. The division is difficult enough. You got to go through Pittsburgh, where the standard is the standard. Joe Burrow, since he left his freshman year because he got hurt his freshman year, every year since he's been in the postseason.
Yeah.
And who's left? The Browns. And I mean, it's not like the Browns or your daddy's Browns that you used to be like, oh yeah, this is a joke of the league.
I don't know.
I don't
mean, Deshaun
understand.
Watson got to prove himself still, though, man.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know. This
I'll
is
put the
beyond.
Ravens slightly above the Browns right now, slightly.
This is beyond Deshaun Watson because I mean, these guys were tough. I mean, this is 2 years removed from what's that? Myles Garrett saying, you know what, I'm gonna rip this guy's head off. Like he didn't care because like they coming up with this attitude, say, bro, like we're not your daddy's Browns. Like you got to stop taking us as a joke. We're out here to compete, and we're gonna make you feel it. So, I getting back to Lamar Jackson, I still don't understand how he's been a proven winner, winning in this league. People saying, "Oh, he's a running back." People going against what he knew he brought to the table. He's going against all that. He's went against the grain his entire career, and now it's a situation. Okay, Baltimore or the coach at least, yeah, I love this guy. I got to have him, but ownership, like we're trying to figure this out. And then it's coming up to the player saying, "Say, bro, get me out of here." But he's not garnishing any attention that right now that he demands.
Nobody is giving
even,
him. Nobody wants to spend that money. That's what it is.
Deshaun Watson ruined it. Nobody's trying to do that next.
And no. Deshaun Watson didn't ruin it. The Cleveland Browns ruined it.
Browns ruined it.
Right.
I want
We've been saying that forever.
Watson deal ruined it because like I'm not about to give you 230 guaranteed.
No,
that's my whole team. The Browns.
But if you think about it, let's say he wants 200. He wants 200 million guaranteed. When Burrow comes out with his contract, he's gonna get probably about 207 to 215 guaranteed. Then you got
I give him 250. I give Burrow 250. It's gonna be above Deshaun, but it's gonna be probably a longer deal. Probably be like a 10-year deal to keep.
And that's what it should be. It should be a longer deal because if you go back to the whole Deshaun Watson situation, it came down between two teams, and we wasn't sure if he was going to stay in either one. Like, I honestly thought it'd have been Atlanta for the mere fact that he's from that area. But everybody was talking about, okay, we're gonna give you this deal, but we're not talking anything more than 30 for 1
I
year.
wouldn't say that, Anthony. I would say Cleveland got desperate more than
Cleveland was desperate. Cleveland just threw out this astronomical number out
they
the
threw out a
blue,
number
like overnight. Like, hey, bro, they had it. Obviously, they had the cap space, but like they just threw out a number. They didn't say, they was like, man, look, we're gonna get somebody who's gonna come up and get these seats filled. And okay, Atlanta, okay, New Orleans, you think you're doing something? Watch what we do. Hey, dude, here's this whole bag of money.
Yeah,
whole bag. You got it. It's you. No strings attached.
Saying it's like it's like you was playing poker and somebody just come in with no, they don't have no cards in their hand. And you might have a raw flush, whatever. And they come in and say, you know what? I'm gonna push everything in the table, and that's too rich for your blood, you fucking fool. That's what the fuck happened on that John Watson deal. Cleveland came in there and said, you know what? I don't have nothing else to lose. I'm gonna push all the chips to the table. You know what his cap number is going to be next year? $52 million.
Yeah.
It's $52 million, the highest ever. His cap number, if they cut him, will be $52 million. He's gonna be $52 million against the cap. You know how ridiculous that is?
They're gonna make this stuff work.
Listen, if I was Lamar Jackson, I would take less guaranteed money, and you're just again gonna have to prove yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, to some point, Anthony has a point. If he had a good representation, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
Nope.
But since he's representing himself, and he's probably already laid a bottom line, this is what I'm looking for. If you're not going to give me this, I want to be traded. So if he had better representation, they would tell him, yo, take a lesser pay, take less money guaranteed, and only sign for like 2 years. You're talking about a guy that could, play for another 12 years.
Yeah. And my thing, I think also you have an agent to be a buffer. So they telling you basically what they don't like about you. So if you represent yourself, you hearing that shit and you're like, man, fuck, they don't like me. And you start taking it personally. But see, the agent don't take it personally. He moved through and really got a deal done. That's the only thing about representing yourself. You got to learn to don't take it personally. You're not going to get traded. It's the best thing for him to do is sit out.
You're being greedy. You don't want to give up that 20% to your guy. You know what I'm saying? Give the 20% up.
I heard reports that he had family representing him, kind of like Braun. So I think his mom was the person that does that. I mean, I'm an advocate for the little guy, and I'm not saying family is a little guy, but if you want to keep your money in, why not keep it in the family? Keep it in your own house.
Yeah, but make your family go to school for that, though, man. Like, you can't just come off the street and say, hey, I'm an agent.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It might be that. It just might be that. Because Lamar's been in the league going on 5 years. Like, this would be, approaching 4 or 5 years.
But they negotiating wrong, man.
Listen, you got a guy like Eric said, has been in the playoffs since he came into the league. He is an MVP and didn't win a championship. You know what I'm saying? He has a resume. So the fact that nobody is biting, or it's going to be honestly, in my opinion, it's going to be a last minute swoop in, and he's going to end up a Patriot.
Yeah.
He's going to end up a Patriot. Watch.
Watch out. That's all I got to say. If he become a Patriot, watch out.
It's not going to be easy in the AFC East no more.
The Patriots
They don't
won.
want him to be a Patriot. Because if he be
The
a
Patriots
Patriot,
won. The Patriots aren't giving up that capital because it takes. First of all, the price isn't going to move. The price is 2 first-round draft picks. The Patriots ain't got that. Like, just flat out, the Patriots do not have that.
you don't think they'll give them Mac Jones and get a first?
Okay, but it's 2 first-round picks.
Mac Jones
that's
first
the
round
price.
pick.
I haven't seen Baltimore budge on that at all. Like,
I'm saying if Lamar signs the deal, it ain't 2 first round picks anymore. It's 2 first round picks if he doesn't sign the thing. So if he get a wink deal with the Patriots and he signed his for $32 million, he can get traded for whatever they want to trade him for.
That's true, but
and look, Mac Jones and a first. That's all you're gonna get. Come on, Lamar, back here.
I mean,
and Lamar Jackson as a Patriot.
Because he always
for the league.
They always have the right player personnel. You know what I'm saying? They might not have a big name running back, but they always have a running back that produces. So now that gives Lamar Jackson less running time, where everybody likes to make fun of him. Oh, if you sign him, you might as well. He's another running back. Yeah, he's another running back because look at what the Ravens put around him.
The Ravens signed Nelson Aguilar.
Listen,
I was fucking Aguilar. And you want me to tell me they want to make this man fucking succeed?
Well, we also have talks of trying to get OBJ out there. So will that, help Baltimore's case?
If they get OBJ, then he's gonna sign. They get OBJ, but you gotta get a man a fucking weapon. Come on, you got this man going to a gunfight with fucking katanas. That's what you gotta do. You got this man going to a gunfight with 2 swords in his hand. Talking about
it works for Deadpool, so it's going to have to work for this man too.
Nah, I feel the Ravens had him out there with a Swiss Army knife. You know what I'm saying? But what they put him out there, he had the little corkscrew thing, and he had the scissors. Because let me tell you something. If I was the Jets, I would snatch him. And we've had this conversation the last couple of weeks. I would give them 2 number 1s for him.
That would be nasty if he went to the Lions. Ooh.
Best team that has capital for Lamar is the Lions.
The Lions got.
Man, Detroit stars of stars will be already at the airport. Hey, brother, you don't even have to worry about your rooming boys. You don't have to worry about how you getting home from the airport. Brother, I could just imagine your Jalen Roses and who else that's top up there, the M&Ms. Like, everybody going to be lined up. Hey, bro, we got your house. We got you away from the airport. I got you whatever you want to get, brother. You into these strip clubs, bro? Hey, man, I got you.
Nah, if Lamar comes to my city, he ain't going to no fucking strip clubs. He ain't getting no massages. I'm buying him one of those massages that the girls be using.
Man, look, he get a massage is going from a call girl. It's gonna be somebody I know ain't gonna snitch. we going on the back pages.
All right, this is a good one.
Yeah, she ain't gonna snitch because it's a crime. We keeping it away from the Deshaun Watson type.
Yes.
No.
We ain't having.
Go ahead.
I was saying we ain't having this. We had enough of this in the division. Cleveland got to deal with that. We're not doing no Cleveland.
And you make a great point though. He goes to the Lions. Watch out. If I'm them, I'm giving them Jared Goff. I'm like, here, take Jared Goff. I don't believe in Jared Goff. Take Jared Goff. And the 2 first round picks. Give me Lamar Jackson on that team. Hello. Like I'm a Lions, I'm
I
doing
mean,
that.
they already dangerous as
Jared
is,
Goff is not
and
going
then
to bring you a championship. We seen Jared
you
Goff
got
on a loaded team.
If
well,
Lamar Jackson had more supporting players on the Ravens wouldn't have just struggled. You know what I'm saying? They were just winning the division, or they were just like the second best team in their division. You give Lamar Jackson some weapons, now you got a problem
Yeah, I heard
because
about the coach.
he doesn't have to run. You know what I'm saying? So he could spend more time actually throwing if he had a running back and at least two receivers. At least two.
The coach wouldn't be bad either, but I don't know how he felt going to Indianapolis. I'm just saying.
we know it won't be Atlanta. That dude. I mean, it hasn't been
I don't know
confirmed,
what
but
the hell is
I'm
wrong with
reading
Atlanta.
stuff. Atlanta said they didn't want him, and before Arthur Blank said anything, I seen a headline said Lamar said don't nobody want to go to Atlanta. And I'm like, well, if they throw you money, then I'm pretty sure you will want to go. However, then you have this follow up with Arthur Blank. Arthur Blank was saying, well, yeah, he's a talent, but he's been missing 4 or 5 games a year. So why would I want to pay for that? Well, I mean, have you seen your quarterback room lately? Like, so
that's why I love Atlanta.
Your hero in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Your hero in Atlanta is Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan got you to a Super Bowl, and he got you 1 playoff victory after that. 1. Uno. Got you 1 since then. Even now, today, 1. You was in the Super Bowl 5, 6 years ago. 7.
But this way,
I mean,
it ain't even
we're
Matt
getting up
Ryan.
there.
You chose Desmond Ritter over Lamar Jackson, and that's why Atlanta is the shithole of the NFL. You chose Desmond Ritter. Desmond Ritter wasn't the man in college. You chose Desmond Ritter over Lamar Jackson.
A proven winner.
A proven winner. Because if he comes to Atlanta, guess who's coming to Atlanta too? More stars.
Yep.
They already said it. They said, look,
Atlanta is the
talent, but
we're
not doing it.
Of the United States is Atlanta.
And
all those players coming to Atlanta if Lamar Jackson goes. Let's be real.
And hey, that just makes me feel a little bit more at ease. This is one less team that, you know, the Saints got to go through, baby. I don't care. Keep picking up, you know, whatever you get in the draft.
Ritter, Heineke, none of them combined is not better than Lamar Jackson. You can put them together, and they're not better than Lamar Jackson.
You can give them the Patora earrings, brother. It still ain't working for you. Make them do the fusion dance. It still ain't working for you.
I don't get it. If like I'm Atlanta,
means, man,
I got the
Atlanta,
capital to bring you in.
They got it. Atlanta, you got it. You straight. I don't care, baby.
Atlanta, bro. I don't get it. I don't get Atlanta. If they believe in Desmond Ritter that much, well, what I seen of Desmond Ritter last year, he is hot garbage. Hey, you pick him over Lamar Jackson. Okay, Atlanta, let's see how it works.
My thing is, I can understand if Lamar Jackson was 30. He's 26.
What are they gonna let it run out? Oh, it's over.
LSU just won. LSU is heading to the championship game in the women's.
Come on, baby. Oh man, I wish I'd have caught this girl name. I wanted to catch it today. Oh, I want to tweet her so bad. I never made I got 1 tweet in my entire life, and I'm tempted to find out. I'm gonna find out who this girl is who did this analyst on ESPN morning show. I'm gonna tweet her. I'm gonna ask her. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do it on my Facebook too. Talking about what about LSU? Oh yeah. Well, how about they in the championship now, baby? Now what you got to say now?
They better look. They better rebound better because what I seen today, if South Carolina make it, they gonna get blitzed out the fucking building. So they better to get their rebounding
But it
together.
was like that when they played in the regular season. So now we got an all SEC. We got an all SEC
Not yet.
championship.
Not yet.
It's happening,
Not
man.
yet. Not
Oh,
yet. They still got
man.
Iowa. Iowa versus.
Okay. Okay.
Listen,
All right.
they still got your girl who dropped the 40-point triple double in there.
So you're saying there's a chance?
It's a chance. It's 0-0 right now, so it's a chance. I think the Falcons get the quarterback next year's draft. Atlanta sucks in the story.
You're right, Izzy. Atlanta sucks.
I'm just saying, Lamar Jackson should not be in this situation.
Nope.
I mean, and I still don't understand it. I really don't. Like, so you minus the teams that we talked about. We minus Atlanta and we talked about, Detroit. We still 30 teams deep. Well, you could take out the Saints and
take out the Saints, take out the Jets.
Buffalo.
They are not doing it because they're in fate with Aaron Rodgers. They don't want to.
Okay, let's just take away 10 teams. We still got 20 plus. We still at 20 plus, eliminating 10 teams.
Like, Tampa Bay can bring him
in. There is no reason why Lamar is not garnishing enough attention, especially saying that, hey, this Baltimore situation ain't working out. Seriously, like that's puzzling, and it's an underlaying of a bigger problem, because had this been, hey, let's go the veteran route. Let's go and say Tom Brady came back. You think somebody has been saying, hey man, you wouldn't think these 22 teams, or even let's give it 25. I'm gonna give it 25, 26. You think 26 teams wouldn't be saying, let me get this dude on my roster?
And the asking price, he said he doesn't want a fully guaranteed contract. That's what he said. He doesn't want a fully guaranteed contract. He just wants a better contract than what the Ravens are offering him. So if you want a franchise quarterback, you got to pay.
If I'm investing money into Lamar Jackson, he's got to give me years. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to give me 3 years and I'm going to give up $130 million.
Plus first round pick, no.
You got to give me at least 5 years if you want me to sign you.
I'm pretty sure that's not the problem, because I mean the dude is what, 25, 24?
26.
I mean, there's nothing but upside here. What do you have to lose by saying, you know what, he's worth this year and next year draft? And a player.
I better hear this when Josh Allen comes out, because Josh Allen runs more than Lamar Jackson. But I don't hear people saying that shit about Josh Allen.
Nah,
Josh Allen actually runs more than Lamar Jackson, and he runs dumber.
People don't harp on the fact that he needs to change his game either. It's just like, hey, he's just rough and tough. That's the way he is. And I don't know if I said this on air. I mean, because I've been saying it so much. I'm like, that dude is going to wind up getting himself killed. You're playing 17 regular season games. The way you're playing, eventually, that stuff is going to catch up with you. It seems cool. It seems cool when you're doing this in the first half of the season when it's still warm outside. Cool, yeah, I'm going to take all these hits. But you playing Buffalo, my man. Like, it gets pretty cold pretty quick out there. And, you came from this postseason where your whole stadium was just full of snow. Talking about, to move the game. Say, brother, them hits going to add up. And then you'll be like, damn, man, I'm up here getting banged up. And then on top of it, I'm up here in this ice. Like, it's not making me feel any better about stuff, Like, your blood, of course, is, circulating slowly, but you're not feeling this stuff like that. But at the end of the day, who wants to sit here and sit in ice for time in and time in just to recover to play a game that you want to be competitive. You want to be competitive, but you're not gonna be serviceable if you keep banging your body up like that.
Yeah,
But
like
no
I
one's
said,
saying anything about it.
just watch the Jets game from last year, that first Jets game. Watch it. He was not the same after that Jets game. They
No.
beat the shit out of him.
Because
They
the
beat
Jets
him.
was laying the
you
wood on
watch
this man.
that game and you watch the next 4 or 5 games, he was not the same guy.
Got beat
So
up.
let him run. You know what I'm saying? Let him run. Because in my opinion, if you give him weapons, he shouldn't have to run.
I hear you, Anthony.
Yeah. Facts, Anthony. Daniel Jones did run more than Lamar. And we don't hear that he's a running quarterback. Nobody says Daniel Jones is a running back. So that lets me know what kind of connotations y'all putting, because Daniel Jones and Josh Allen ran more than Lamar Jackson last year.
But see,
what context are y'all saying why he's such a running back?
and that's the thing. He's been facing that.
Or they stay the same, because Josh Allen and Daniel Jones run way more than Lamar Jackson.
And they've been saying this about Lamar since he was on the draft board. It's like, well, you got to put him in another position. He can't be a quarterback.
And Daniel Jones.
You know what? You know what, Doc? I think I remember that when he was drafted, and you're right. The commentators were saying he would be better off at a running back. Why would you want him as a quarterback?
Wide receiver. They wanted him to be a wide receiver at first. They said, go be a wide receiver.
So yeah, you gotta change it up for this league. And the dude said it. He said he'd been saying it forever. He'd been saying it since he had that Heisman. The dude said, bro, I'm a quarterback, man.
Yep.
What
is a whole nother story. Cam just need to realize he need to let it go.
How about Robert Griffin III?
RG, he already knew he washed. Well, I'm not gonna say
no.
I'm
saying it was because he ran more than he threw, and his little skinny ass body got broke.
Well, Robert Griffin could actually throw the ball.
Washington thing.
You're right.
You're right.
Washington's culture kind of screwed up RG3 in his career.
Yeah. Like I said, he could throw the ball. He didn't have a line. And then he shouldn't have went into that game. That's the thing. He went in the game and he destroyed his knee.
Yeah.
But
I just don't see why not one team out there has bit on Lamar Jackson. It would, if I was Lamar Jackson, I would be feeling some sort of way right now. I'm like, yo, I've made it to the playoffs every year. I'm a former MVP. You know what I'm saying? I throw a certain amount, close to 40 touchdowns a year. Yes, I run over 1,000 yards sometimes because you're not giving me the right player personnel, so I don't have to run over 1,000 yards a year. I just don't see how nobody, not one person, has said, hey, let's give this guy a shot. Like, what dirt do they have on this dude, or what reputation does he really have in the league that is not garnering him the respect he deserves? Because if it wasn't for Aaron Rodgers, I'd be fucking screaming at the Jets, sign that dude.
Yes, dude.
26. You already got running backs. You already got wide receivers. There's also rumors that OBJ might end up being a Jet. If he ends up being a Jet, now you got a crazy receiver room. I just don't get it. Like, I would be jumping all over that shit. I'd rather have 26-year-old Lamar Jackson than 39-year-old Aaron Rodgers. That's just me.
Okay, I was wrong about Daniel Jones. Lamar slightly under Daniel Jones, but he has a better completion percentage than Josh.
Who Lamar does?
Yeah, Lamar does. Lamar has a better completion percentage than Josh Allen. And where do people rank Josh Allen as a quarterback? He's like top one. I mean, top two, three.
Yeah. Yep.
Depends on your preference.
Yep.
And we rank Josh Allen, who runs more, whose percentage is lower, who won less, and doesn't have an MVP, better than Lamar Jackson. What world is this shit?
Like what?
What world?
I want to know what's the behind the scenes of what is it about Lamar Jackson that these owners aren't seeing?
Oh, Stream, y'all kicked him out. The hell? Try to come back in, Eric.
Yeah, they kicked you out because they're tired of you being late too.
Come back in, Eric. Try to come back in, man. What the hell? I know why they boot you.
Because he was talking shit.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm thinking King will put up an offer after the first one. They might.
Yeah, after the draft, where the pieces start falling on some of these teams, then they'll see where they're gonna go with it. I'm sorry, he's the type of player that you move players around to make room for him on your squad, and people are gonna learn the hard way. They're going to learn the hard way. It's going to be a team that nobody, like everybody's going to laugh at. They're going to say, why the hell did Lamar go there? And the next thing you know, they're going to be in the playoffs. Like I know with Aaron Rodgers, we only get in 2 years. Now they're talking about compensation that if he happens to retire before a certain amount of time, we get back a draft pick.
Here you go, wait. The first one ever to be kicked off by StreamYard.
Hell, they kicked me out. Oh, look at hold up. Oh, look. I didn't people to kick me out.
I know I didn't boot you. I know I got the power to do that, but I didn't boot you. So
I said, hold up, they still on the air. I said, hold up, man. I said, y'all to kick me out. I'm the one that don't even swear. It's not even like I use bad language. These people have been just saying, no, get him out.
Maybe because you need to start using bad language, bro. You're too clean cut for this show.
Yep.
I don't think Rodgers will be a Jet. Nah, he's gonna be a Jet eventually because you gotta have. You can't go into the new season with that contract on. Because if I'm Aaron Rodgers, I'm not retiring. What you gonna do? Pay me to sit down?
Yep, I'm gonna be number 2 like this.
So you're gonna pay like you're gonna pay $60 million to a backup
just to be dressing. Because
come on, man, they gonna trade him. They trying to fleece the Jets, but the Jets are smart. Eventually, you got to drop him. Eventually, I'll just wait it out. Aaron Rodgers don't need training camp. He been in the league long enough. We'll wait it out. Even if it's week 1, we'll wait it out.
Them dudes,
we
ain't got nothing to lose, bro.
That on your cap.
That's y'all. That's y'all playing with y'all money. That ain't our money.
But they got other people that can't find a team right now. Ezekiel Elliott.
Who the fuck wants that bum?
Well, he said he wants
y'all already told him no. Y'all told him no today. The Jets told him no because he narrowed it down to the Jets, the Eagles, and the Bengals. The Eagles and the Jets already said no. So at least the Bengals.
I don't know about that. I thought Philly for sure would be like, hey, hey, big head.
They say fuck that.
I thought so at least. I don't know.
He is DeMarco Murray.
Like that.
I don't know if people remember DeMarco Murray, but he's DeMarco Murray. The Cowboy used DeMarco Murray up, and when he got to the Eagles, he was done.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna fall for that fucking shit again. Got me once, you ain't getting me twice.
So
I
here's the
say
thing.
I say he is. I'm like, y'all didn't get this man 300 plus carries for how many years? For like 5 years?
I'm pretty sure it's like 5. And here's a caveat of why it's bad to be in Dallas. So this is just my opinion. Who needs a power back in the end zone? The Bills.
Bills who possibly could
Not
do that.
bad. But
Yeah, I
continue
don't
with
think
my
he want
thought.
to play it cold. I don't think he want to play in Buffalo. I don't know.
Nope.
If they give you money, then you're gonna play where you're gonna play. But continue my thought. The caveat with playing with Dallas, Dallas is okay. So it's America's team, and you're gonna get the attention. You're gonna get all that. You're gonna get all the fame. And what the saga was a couple of years ago, you was talking about getting your money. So you got the fortune. But here's the thing: you got all that on you. What does the Cowboys, have to show for it? Because I can count on one hand how many playoff appearances you have, how many playoff victories you have in the past 20 odd years. And that's bad. Well, you getting all of that. Now, people know they're going to get a player that's, okay, you're proven, but Dallas hasn't done anything. And I'm pretty sure you used up. So what are you going to give my team? It's not like you're going to have this resurgence of a career. And you could probably use others as a, say, hey, he's an example. Situations like I'm thinking about Fournette. He left Jacksonville, got picked up by Tampa, but you just so happen to happenstance to be around, the most winningest quarterback, of all time. I mean, I'm not saying that you wasn't a difference, but let's say if Tom Brady wasn't in the equation, would Tampa went as far as they went, and it's going to be the same for Ezekiel. And like, okay, cool. You're going to come to a team, but are you really going to be the difference maker of us getting to the postseason or winning a postseason game or games? Like, I don't see that out of you because the league, the players get younger. Why you think this draft happen every year? People get younger. You guys get a little older. It gets a little bit more difficult for you. And then the NFL tack on the game. Hey, man, you're not going to recover like that. Especially if you're going to come up in here thinking you're going to, get these 20 plus carries, a game. Brother, over some time, that's going to add up. And eventually, I'm going to be paying you and you're going to be hurt. Or you're going to be not what we used to seeing.
You notice he picked teams that are right on the bubble of going into the playoffs. You got the Eagles that were one or two plays away from winning it all. You got the Jets that have bolstered their offense to make a run like that. And Burrow is Burrow. You're looking at a team that can't beat Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, you can't beat Mahomes when it counts.
yes, when it counts, you can't beat Mahomes. So
you
want to bring the a dude.
They did beat him to get to the Super Bowl.
It's arguable, because
they did beat him.
I mean, since he had their number.
Do you honestly think Ezekiel Elliott is the answer, though, to get over that bubble of beating Mahomes?
Hell no.
Absolutely not. It's not.
So that's why teams like that, the Bengals are just waiting for their time to be like, yo.
Look, that's not a hot take. I think that's more accurate. First of all,
I don't think any quarterback this year is going to coming out in the draft. It's good.
Man, that dude about 5'7". He's about 6 feet. That dude about 5'7". He about the same height as Kyler Murray, and he's skinny. At least Kyler Murray was a tank. Unless he come out playing out of his mind, I think Young is just going to be A good college quarterback.
So I must be a victim. I must be a victim. I must be a victim of of circumstances, because if I'm not mistaken, Bryce Young has a Heisman and a Natty, right? I didn't imagine this, right?
Yeah, he has a Heisman. Yeah,
He has a Heisman and a Natty, right? He has both of them, right?
So does Tim Tebow. So what's the problem? You know how I feel about him.
You can feel how you can feel about him, but if Nasty was to come up in here and knock on the door and get up in here, he defend this man his dying breath.
Tim Tebow didn't do shit in the National Football League. I don't want to hear about what he did in Florida. I don't want to hear about one lucky pass he made in the damn playoff game against the Steelers. I don't want to hear it. A lot of people don't want to hear what happened the week after when he played the Patriots and they monkey stumped the doggone Broncos. The Patriots stumped them people. So Bryce Young, I would not pick. I would not pick Bryce Young. Give me an index
of all the starting QBs. Let me get this list of starting QBs that's in the league, because Tim Tebow has a postseason win, and let's see how many starters in the league today has a postseason win.
Okay.
So we got Patty Mahomes. Of course he got one. Jalen Hurts, of course he got one. Burrow got one. Josh Allen got one.
Yep.
Justin Herbert.
No.
Trevor Lawrence got one.
Yes, he does.
Tua don't have one.
Well, first of all, Tua got to be on the field. Wait. Tua got to be on the goddamn field.
Hold on.
Got one this year.
Jared Goff. Jared Goff. Of course, Jared Goff got one. Geno Smith.
No.
Question mark.
No, you didn't get one.
Dak,
but him making playoffs
got one. Dak got one. Of course, Tom Brady got one. Of course, Lamar got one.
Yep.
Justin Fields. Of course, Aaron Rodgers. Of course, Brock Purdy got a doggone. This dude got one. Kyler Murray. Kirk Cousins got one.
Mm-hmm. One.
Daniel Jones got one. Ryan Tannehill, one, fortunately.
Yeah.
Kenny Pickett, nope. Derek Carr, nope.
No.
Andy Dalton, hell no. Wait.
You did.
Nope. Wait.
No, he did.
No, he don't. He ain't got one. Come on, he got one.
The Bengals lost that
Matt
game.
Stafford, of course he got one. Sam Darnold, nope. Marcus Mariota, unfortunately.
Yes.
Mac Jones.
You should have. No, he didn't. No, they didn't make the playoffs.
No, he don't. No. Mac Jones, nope. Russell Wilson, of course, got one. Deshaun Watson, nope. Tyler Heineke, nope. Matt Ryan, one. Davis Mills, nope. Zach Wilson, hell no.
You didn't have to say hell no.
Who played for trash ass teams who never made the playoffs?
Hey,
I would take some of them quarterbacks over people any day.
Tim Tebow got you a postseason win by completing 2 passes. 2. It didn't happen. He's a winner. The people won.
What did he win? What did he win?
He won a postseason game.
Last thing I know, you don't get a banner. You don't get a banner for winning a game.
You may not get a banner.
You don't get a banner unless you're the damn coach. You don't get a banner
for the postseason game.
You don't get a banner for winning the postseason game.
You don't get a banner, but guess what? You get recognized in history.
No, you don't.
I didn't rattle off 32 names. We could probably count on our limbs right now of how many of them people had a postseason victory.
Some of them are rookies. Some of them are like rookies and second-year players. Some of them just played on trash-ass teams. So you telling me
if you nice enough, well, first of all,
Tim Tebow over Deshaun Watson? If you said yes, I want some of the shit you spoken on.
No, I wouldn't.
I was gonna say shit. Pass that here.
no, but hey, if you're supposed to be the man, right? You're supposed to be the man. So teams been abysmal for a long
was
time.
a shit show.
Most of these guys, guess what? You came up in the first, second round. Hey man, except for Tom Brady, but Tom Brady, he's an anomaly. So he's like Neo from the Matrix. He's an anomaly. But these other guys say, bro, you're supposed to be a proven winner. You came out here from situations where you was the man. You was the man.
Similar as Tim Tebow. Played on a stacked team, so his job was his fuck. That's what the Jets great Tim Tebow.
Is he talking shit? Worry about your Mets that already lost one of their pitchers, two of their pitchers. Worry about your Mets.
It's not a disgrace. How's that a hate when I say, look, he's probably one of the greatest quarterbacks in college football history. I'll give you that. We're talking about the NFL, baby. The NFL.
Okay, we can talk about the NFL.
He didn't do shit. Man, they got rid of him so quick. They got an old ass Peyton Manning who barely can move his neck. They got him in there to get rid of Tebow.
Tim Tebow would do better in the XFL.
He'd be the man in the XFL. He'd be the man in the XFL.
I'm like, if he'd have listened and did a Taysom Hill and it's been in the Taysom Hill role, he would have still been in the NFL. But no, I'm a quarterback. You're not a fucking quarterback.
The man wanted him a playoff game, man. Oh, don't give that man.
I seen Taysom Hill win a football game before. Don't make it. I want him to be my quarterback.
That man won.
I saw him beat the Jets not throwing the pass. He beat the Jets not throwing the pass. He just ran the whole game. We ran the whole game.
He won that game though. He won that game.
That doesn't mean he's a quarterback, Eric. That don't mean he's a quarterback. Then why are we going to get Derek Carr then? If he that great, why we went and got Derek Carr?
You talking about Tebow?
No. We talking about Taysom Hill. You say he won the game.
Oh, well, Taysom Hill. Hey,
him and Taysom Hill are the same player.
I don't have no complaints. First of all,
they're the same player. He's a winner though. Taysom Hill is a faster Tim Tebow. That's it.
Well, guess what? He on the team, and I'm a rep that man too.
But would you want him as your starting quarterback? There you go. Kids. Do you want him as a starting quarterback?
I don't.
Then exactly. Then you don't want them team quarterback because they are the same player. They're the same player.
Well, I got Taysom.
Taysom
Tebow for president. Taysom for president.
If I'm the Texans, I'm not getting him. If I'm the Texans, I'm not. I'm looking to trade that pick. I'm not getting Bryce Young. I'm not sold on him like that.
He gotta go somewhere.
He don't gotta go nowhere.
We don't be undrafted.
Undrafted. That is unheard of. I've never in my life seen a Heisman Trophy winner not get drafted.
Danny Werfel.
I'm 3 decades in. I have not seen a Heisman not get drafted.
Oh, he did get drafted. He liked the late rounds. I forgot. It's he.
I'm about to say I've never seen that. I've never seen that.
I think it was Andre Well. Andre Well didn't get drafted. No, he did get drafted. Shit. Damn. No, I'm trying to think.
Again.
Charlie Ward. Charlie Ward didn't get drafted.
To go play
because he chose basketball over football.
Okay, you say you never saw a Heisman Trophy versus never look. You say you never saw one. I saw one.
Okay,
he didn't get
if
drafted.
He wanted to play football, I'm more than sure he got drafted. He chose basketball.
They wanted to make him a running back.
and again, look how talented he was. Dude won a whole Heisman, but say, you know what? Basketball is gonna be my thing.
So, wasn't bad with
I haven't seen that. I'm 3 decades in this thing, and I have yet to see that. That is unheard of. Man, take a
Listen,
chance on
I'm
Bryce,
not saying
man.
Bryce Young might surprise me, but this quarterback draft, this quarterback draft is trash. Like it's C.J.
So,
Stroud and everybody else.
No,
If
they
the
like
Panthers-
that. They've been raving about this other kid. I don't know his name.
Richardson.
Anthony
Yes.
Richardson, bust. I'm telling people he got like a 50% completion percentage. They
I
trying
don't
to
know.
say he Cam Newton and all that shit.
People was up
He's
there
not Cam
raving
Newton.
for him earlier today. You know, they was kind of impressed with his arm. He all over the NFL social media stuff right now. So I don't know, because Florida didn't show nothing to me. And I mean, that's where it really counts at. It counts when the lights are on and people are there. People are
Please.
there, but I mean,
Please,
you
the
ain't
Panthers,
facing nothing.
please,
You just
this kid.
showing off your talent. That don't mean diddly until you in game situations. You're not even in game situations. Okay, cool. You can throw the ball a mile. Great. But when you got another 280 plus pound man running 20 miles per hour at you, then what? You gotta show me. And
I'm
Florida
just
didn't show it to me this year.
Because I'm a Saints fan. I want them to pick Anthony Richardson. Please, pick him. By all means, pick him. You're gonna pass on the best pass of the ball is C.J. Stroud in this thing. I am scared if they pick C.J. Stroud because now they got somebody that can pass the
But
ball.
that's crazy. He won't even be the first quarterback off the board. And this is where the errors of these sports are kind of confusing, because it seems like all you have to do is just market yourself and then you'll be a top pick, instead of being the most talented person and being a top pick. Because in recent memory, I mean, I'm not saying all, first picks have you got kind of, flared out, but there hasn't been a number one pick that's, jumped,
Joe Burrow.
You know what, you was worth the hype.
I mean,
Except
Joe
for
Burrow was the number one pick.
But Burrow came out white hot. Like when this is when the transition, when Joe became Joe Cool. When he played UCF in that bowl game, that dude knocked his man silly, stood over him, spit on him, called such and such, this, that, and the third. Joe said, "Don't take me out this damn game." And that's when Joe transformed. That dude morphed into the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Joe Cool. Like, dude held his morph up and said Joe Cool. And that dude been white hot since. It's with the exception of when he got hurt his first year in the league. But even then, you kind of seen him like, damn, bro, this dude catching fire. And this dude was like, yeah, enough of that. Let me cut this short. And he got hurt. Then he came back, said, "Wow, watch this." Got his team got him to the Super Bowl. I mean, who knows what would have happened? Because obviously the Rams had this formula that it was just working. I honestly think if Cincinnati would have had another chance, I think Cincinnati would have pulled that out. I think they'd be like, you know what, just do enough for me to have the ball at the end of the game. I'm gonna put us in position to win this.
They did have the ball at the end of the game. I thought they did.
Well, when Aaron Donald was like, "Hey, bro, I know what they calling."
All he had to do was, all he needed was one hit in the Bengals Super Bowl.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like,
That's all he needed.
if Aaron Donald would have been saying, you know what, if he'd have ran out of gas, that probably would have been it.
Jamar Chase burned Jalen Ramsey again. he was wide open. All Joe Burrow had to do was be upright, and then the game is over. So it was really one missed block away from winning the championship.
Again, Joe Burrow, that's the only one. Like, the only number one that's like jumped the page. Like, damn, bro, that dude is it. Other than that, in recent memory, it hasn't really panned out to be that. So Joe Cool, the anomaly, another anomaly. Him and Tom Brady.
Yeah, well,
I don't know about Tom Brady. Let's not go there.
All right, there you go. First overall picks in this trade. I'm gonna go 10 years out.
All right.
So from 2012 to 2022. So here we go. Andrew Luck, Eric Fisher.
Retired.
Yeah,
He's out.
Eric Fisher, Javarion Cloudy, Jameis Winston, Jared Goff, Myles Garrett. I mean, Myles Garrett is a fucking beast.
Okay.
Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence, and Trayvon Walker. Trayvon Walker, we get to see. I mean, he didn't really jump off the page. Trevor Lawrence could be a fucking problem, though. He could be a problem. He said Urban Meyer as his coach his first year.
Yeah, he had to have a coach that do right.
He might be. Kyler Murray. Yeah.
That to me is still up in the air.
Myles Garrett, that's a dog. Baker Mayfield, trash. Jameis is a backup now. Jameis is a backup, even though he has talent. Jared Goff is Jared Goff. Yeah, you're right. Then before him was Cam Newton.
And I mean, look at him. He's up in here, talking about there ain't no 32 dudes better than me.
Yes, they are.
Apparently they are. Apparently they are, sir. Because they have jobs.
Shit, they might have 64 better than him. The hell he talking about?
That dude talking about ain't no 32 dudes better than me, brother. So what you doing going to Auburn voting for?
He is better than Zach Wilson. He is better than Zach Wilson.
Brother, I'm better than Zach Wilson.
I'll give him. Nobody else I'm giving him. But Zach Wilson, maybe Andy Dalton than Zach Wilson. That's maybe Andy Dalton.
He better than Tua.
Because he can stay healthy.
Hey.
Tua got
that is a big thing in the NFL. If you stay healthy, you play.
Tua was up there like throwing gang signs when he got hit. Man threw gang signs, bro. Dude was up there like this. It caught a seizure on the fucking field, man. I'm like, get this dude off the field, bro. Oh man. Well, let's bring it to the NBA. We got a couple returns to talk about. You got LeBron, he came back. Of course, we talked about Ja last week returning. Man, Krispy Kreme's look like he's gonna be in time for the stretch run. They said that.
I think that was a plan.
He's gonna come back with 2 damn games left.
Real
fantastic. But honestly, I think we could definitely use him because we're playing playoff teams at the end. But I mean, pretty far in, so hopefully that gives us the push that we need to get out playing situation, because I don't want to go through a play-in situation. I really don't. Like, cool if we have to, but I don't want that added stress. Like, can we get our pieces back and some be at a moderate health going into these playoff games? Because it's already going to be a dog's fight. We sitting at 7 right now, so that would mean that we play the 8th seed, which is Minnesota. I mean, hey, but
y'all will play the 10th.
No, it's 7 versus 8, because 7 versus 8 play for the 7th spot.
Oh yeah, it is 7 versus 8. Then 9,
and then 9 and 10 play for the chance to get to 8, and they played once 9 and 10 eliminate themselves, then 8 and 9 play for that 8th spot.
All you have to do is win the game. All you gotta do is beat the seed.
Yeah, if you're at 7, you win 1. But I mean, I just don't like that. I mean, you had to do.
You got 2 chances at it. You could be the 10th seed and get 1 chance to lose.
Right, you get that 1 shot, but
you would have a home game. You would have a home game.
Hey, just give me Get me in the postseason. I don't care if we have advantage or not. Because
I don't
one
know
way
if
or
y'all
the other, the other team got to come here. You got to come here. And if you
I
get me
don't
in
know.
the sixth spot, that
How
means
many
you're playing
games does
3.
the Warriors have on the road? Because the Warriors can't win on the road. So y'all might get to the
Right.
sixth spot if they play games on the road.
And that's what I'm hoping for. So our next games that we got coming up, we got the Clippers tomorrow. I don't know what the
They
Clippers
don't
are
have
health wise.
they don't have PG. They don't have PG. So y'all should win
Well,
that
we
game.
got a dog's chance. We got a chance because that's how we got in the play.
Well, the Warriors play the Spurs tonight.
Uh,
They're on the road against the Nuggets the next game, though.
Well, the Joker he didn't play against us, so I don't know. Will he sit out?
And they play the Thunder.
They pretty much already guaranteed their spot.
They play the Kings away, and they play the Trailblazers away. So they play 3 of the next 5 away, and they suck.
So
all y'all have to do is win.
Well, here's the thing. We had the 5th easiest out of the break. And I don't know what the win-loss was in there, but I know our last 5 is the Clippers, the Kings, Memphis, the Knicks.
The Kings gonna be rested.
And I think Minnesota. So Minnesota should be our last game. But
yeah, y'all play the Clippers at home tomorrow. Y'all play the Kings at home. Y'all play the Grizzlies at home. Y'all play the Knicks at home.
Yeah, but the Knicks be spanking up on the Pelicans all the time, so I ain't worried about that.
And then y'all play the Bulls away. Y'all got 4 home games. Just take care of home. That's it.
It's easier said than done. It's easier said than done.
Y'all should beat the Warriors out because the Warriors cannot win on the road.
I'm cool. I'm cool with this road stretch that we had. We went 4-1 in the road this past road stretch. But I mean,
y'all can beat the Clippers.
Zion. I want Zion back before we get in. I want the push to get to 6 because I think the Kings are locked in at 3. No matter what happens, I think the Kings are locked in at 3. And guess
the
what?
Kings gonna be resting people.
The Kings don't have postseason experience. We do. And I won't go in there with that. I don't care where we start at. We can start in Sacramento. I'm cool with that. They gotta come down here. And you come down here, baby. You won't get it. We in there.
I can see y'all winning 4. I can see y'all going 4-1 on this stretch. Y'all gonna lose to the Grizzlies probably. I'm probably gonna lose to the Grizzlies.
I hope so.
I'm just saying. I'm like, Julius Randle got hurt. That's the only reason why I got y'all beating the Knicks, because Julius Randle got hurt.
Got to stop Brunson.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, baby Krispy Kreme will be back for the Knicks.
Fire recently later.
Would that be something? He come back to the next game and they beat the damn Knicks just because Jay be hating on him so much.
And then he hating or keep calling the man Krispy Kreme. I hope he come back just for that game too.
I mean, dude, y'all got winnable games. It's not like y'all got hard games.
They're not hard, but I would prefer getting into the 6th spot. That is just me. That's all I can say regarding
4 out of 5. I guarantee y'all make the 6th spot if y'all win 4 out of 5.
Well, here's hoping. It starts tomorrow. So
I mean, with Julius Randle out, we did beat the Cavaliers tonight 130-116.
God damn.
So you're gonna have to come and play.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be easy.
No pushover. There ain't gonna be no pushover.
But I'm just saying
Cleveland been somebody this year.
The Knicks are in the playoffs, and I'm like, the Pelicans should come with that urgency to get out of the play-in games.
Right, and that's exactly what I'm saying. Like that game, that new game worries me. I'm semi-worried about LA because LA is still top 5. Top 5. Top 5. And the way we looked impressive against Golden State, but at the same time, from what I seen, because I didn't see the game, I think they kind of let Golden State get away with some stuff. I'm like, say, bro, and when I seen the halftime score on the news, I'm like, say, bro, I think we should get this one. Like that. I mean, Steph is on the court, but at the same time, if you can slow him down, then we should pretty much be cool. I wake up in the morning, and boys say, well, the Pelicans had an impressive bout. What you mean had? I mean, we was killing these people at one point. Well, this greatest comeback, Golden State from down 20. I say, ain't no way. I say, ain't no way. And sure enough, he showed highlights.
Golden State plays great at home. That's it. They cannot play on the road.
Draymond was doing some stuff, man. Draymond being Draymond, and I guess it got to us, or referees let get away with it. I don't know. I didn't see the game, so I know I remember being upset about it, nearly breaking my TV because I wanted to pitch my phone at it, but you know, I can hold back a little bit.
I mean,
I got kicked out again?
No, I think Mo is frozen.
Oh no, they kicked out Mo now.
Yep. I didn't get kicked out. HR didn't kick me out.
Stream y'all kicking out everybody tonight. You ordered this Friday, huh, Stream Yard? Gee, Louise, what did we do? Hey, bro, I guess
they ain't even letting them back in either.
They ain't gonna let them back in either. Stream Yard, y'all so garbage, man. Look, oh, can't say that either. They gonna kick me out. It's gonna be you by yourself, Jay.
Oh, you don't want that. Don't give me the platform. I'll start talking about everything. I'll be like, yesterday was the wrestling show, but today is this and that. Blah, 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 blah.
Yep, we got it today.
I mean, you guys are, what do you call it? You know, you play the Nuggets and the Grizzlies, and they're 1-2 in your, in the conference.
Right.
So you're thinking end of the season, they're going to want to rest their people. So you can win those 2 games.
Well, Memphis, they play with this old villainous attitude. So I don't think that'll be escape. And for the mere fact that Ja missed, his games that he missed, I think he kind of wants to get into form where it says, you know what, I'm making this push. I'm going to keep us where we are. I want to keep them from getting up. So we're going to have to come up in it. We're going to have to play with some pieces. We're going to be smart about it, but we got to compete. Like, no matter what goes on between those lines, you got to play, from quarter 1 all the way to all them zeros, to them 3 zeros, man. And he's hoping for it. But as far as this stretch is concerned, definitely would like to see Zion back. It would make sense because you're paying him now, and I'm pretty sure he wants to be paid. Yeah, he's talking this big game James stuff, talking about, well, I didn't like the feeling that Phoenix gave us, and I could have came back, but the doctors advised, it'd be in my best interest. Well, now we're at the point, okay, so we sat you out. You got hurt again, and now we're gearing up for this run again. Do you want?
It seems like it's a replay of last year.
Exactly. Now you got this contract on the line. You just signed this deal talking about, well, if you want the money, you have to play. Well, now they have the games available for you to play. I don't want to hear nothing about holding them out because tomorrow is not guaranteed. Like, I'm not saying that he could, but let's just say, for instance, dude step out of his house, bus goes out of control, like, Keanu Reeves' speed, then what? When you had a chance to sit here and play him and have people say, you know what, I didn't forget about this man. Like, we didn't forget about his game. We didn't forget that he's the focal point and the cornerstone of this franchise. Because ultimately, if this is gonna be a recurring theme every year, it's kind of like what you were saying last year. Do we want to sit here and be like, are you trade bait now? Because honestly, say, brother, I'm gonna hold the King's ransom again. I'm gonna want everything that I want, and I'm gonna want him, and you're gonna want this player, especially if he's a once in a generational talent. Okay, he's a once in a generational talent, but he's only available on an average of 28 games. That's all he's given us in the time that he's been here.
Yes.
And if this become a recurring thing, do you switch your mindset and be like, well, it might be that, but this upcoming draft, I might luck up to get another generational talent, once in a generation type of talent, but one that's available.
No, you're right.
So
you're right. Do you keep investing in somebody that can't stay on the floor, or do you make that move and try to improve your team?
And this is me, not Doc. Me saying I'm holding on to the dude. Now Doc, who's non-biased, hey man, you gotta do what's best for the organization. If this is going to be a recurring thing for this organization, I'm gonna hold this King's ransom. It's gonna be the price is what the price. This price will not change. Kind of like with this Lamar situation. Lamar said, well, Baltimore said the price is the price. New Orleans saying the price is the price. I'm gonna do exactly what I did with AD. Okay, you want AD? I want your pieces. I want your future. And we nearly got everything. I don't know why we took this one piece out of it, that Kuzma part out the deal. I honestly think if we had Kuzma too, I'm not gonna say we'd have had a championship, but we'd have had enough pieces where we'd have been marketable without having our number one pick, without having Zion, because we'd have this young Lakers core that's already built, for the future. People be like, okay, you know what? A team in New Orleans, they might be talking, they humming a little bit. Instead of now, it's BI, CJ, and they're like, okay, cool. They got a bunch of role players, which we do, but it would be so much better once we have our focal point and our franchise guy in Zion.
All right.
StreamYard don't like you either.
Nah, it wasn't StreamYard. It wasn't StreamYard that time.
Oh, I was gonna say, I'm thinking that StreamYard don't like the sports show.
Nah, it ain't StreamYard. Man. All right.
Well, I know they kicked me out. I
didn't get kicked out.
I know they kicked me out.
They threw your ass out.
I clicked on the link. Once I realized I would stop talking,
man,
I was like, okay, I looked
just
at my
saw
phone.
Anthony Davis got hurt again. I just looked at my phone. He got hurt again.
Who?
Anthony Davis.
Oh man.
I think he's still in the game, but he twisted his ankle again. So there's hope for your Pelicans, man.
Yeah, because the Lakers have been winning games.
The Lakers can't buy a vowel right now, man. Gee whiz.
Man, man, Jay gonna be next. They're gonna throw Jay out next.
Nah, they like me. They like the hater.
Clearly they do. They do.
Clearly they do.
They got hate in their system.
But that's a picture of Anthony Davis on the ground again.
Grimacing.
Yes.
And you already know what that means. That's 20 games right there. That's 20 games. Him hitting the floor, grabbing his ankle. 20 games on the
Lakers
top.
are winning the game 98-89. So he's still winning. So that means y'all still got to keep winning.
There's you can't let off the gas, man. You came 4-1 in the row on the road. Now,
he's still playing though. He's in the game. He just got hurt.
Well, y'all heard LeBron last year.
Games. That means 5 games.
LeBron said he ain't missing the playoffs no more. And
listen, missing the playoffs and winning championships is two different things.
No, let's talk about this. This LeBron lie. It's a clear lie. He thought the damn Lakers were out the playoffs. Then the Lakers start winning. Then magically his foot gets better.
Mm-hmm.
Magically.
Me
That's
and my
why he would never be
coworker,
my GOAT. That would be my GOAT. Never.
my
Listen,
coworker.
I saw something that really, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they took LeBron's 11 years of his prime when he was with Cleveland, and then they did Mike. And in that whole time that LeBron was in Cleveland in his prime, they only won one championship. When Mike was in his prime, they won 6. So how can you even sit there, like, the GOAT conversation anymore is ridiculous.
Well, I mean, I guess everybody it's subjective because everyone's going to look at some form of what they're going to look at. With Jordan, you look at championships. With LeBron, everybody's going to say, look at his body of work and look who he had to play with. I mean,
Man,
I don't want to take.
attitude.
I don't
His
want to take.
attitude is not GOAT worthy. His attitude is not GOAT worthy. On the court,
I don't want to take anything away from LeBron because obviously you have to be available to even be in these type of conversations. And LeBron has been available for 20 plus years now.
when he came to the Lakers, he became more of a bitch. Let's be real. When he came to the Lakers, he became more of a.
Well,
he got injured more.
Let's dwell into
He
that a
quit.
little bit.
Let me
Let's
put it
dwell into
this
that a
way.
little
He
bit.
quit. Like I'm like this. When they were losing a lot of games, all of a sudden my ankle hurt. But you made sure you broke the record before my foot hurt. And then it popped in the game against Dallas. And he came back, he did that, and he was out because the Lakers lost that game against Dallas. And
Right.
then now the Lakers start winning without you. So people like, out of sight, out of mind. And all of a sudden, this is the fastest. My doctor said this is the fastest recovery he ever seen. And this and that, and this and that. Because now you see your team about to get in the playoffs.
So, let's
I
talk
can't
about
get down with that.
Let's talk about that in just a little bit. So, Lakers greats, the guys that's in the rafters. They're bred LA. LA. They breed this greatness. Like they have this culture that is they just got that dog in them. Like these dudes went through trenches. Like these dudes went through battles and battles. And I'm not trying to take anything away from LeBron, but LeBron, in my opinion, has not been built that way. Like, of course, he came in young, and of course, he stayed away from, having negative headlines, this, that, and the third. Awesome human being, awesome humanitarian. He got game. He's, big. He's bigger and more athletic than people. I mean, but here's the thing that's not talked about with him is his intelligence of the game. When and not recent time, I can't think what postseason it was, but LeBron literally sat in a presser and summarized the entire game. Like everything that we would have been like, okay, that's a highlight. Like LeBron rattled that off effortlessly. Like he didn't have a single flinch in his voice recalling all the events that happened. Like he just rattled it off. Like it was just second nature to him. Like no one scripted it to him. No one said, here's what the numbers were. It's like he paid attention to the game. And no one really talks about that part with LeBron, or at least I don't hear it enough. That kind of, I'm not saying he's a GOAT, but I mean, let's get this man his flowers. Like the dude ain't no scrub. This dude ain't
saying he's a scrub, but once
he
you
ain't
get
no
in the
chump
GOAT
that
conversation,
don't deserve to be talked about.
once you get in the GOAT conversation, now we breaking it down. We say, if you say, he's one of the, he's a top 10 player. Okay, I won't argue on that. Or something like that. But when you say the greatest of all time, now we have to nitpick. When he said it out his own mouth, he's the greatest of all time. So when you say you're the greatest of all time, we got to nitpick. So now, what separates you from this person or this person? What separates you from Kareem? What separates you from Mike? What separates you from Wilt? What separates you from Shaq? What separates you from Kobe? Larry. You know, I'm just saying, you gotta nitpick. Nobody said he's a scrub. Nobody's saying he's a bad player or anything like that. But when you say you the greatest, I have to nitpick. Now I have to see shit. Now I'm like, okay, let's go deeper. Because would Michael Jordan quit on his team, you know, when they were losing? No, he brought a bunch of bums to Boston Garden and dropped 63.
How many times has LeBron walked off the floor towards the end of a game because his team was getting beat?
I've seen Kobe Bryant.
He's done it at every stop.
I've seen Kobe Bryant shoot 2 free throws with a torn Achilles. Swish both of them. And then walk off the court after he tore his Achilles.
But players aren't really
LeBron
made like that.
talking about my foot. You the leader, dog. You the leader. That's why I'm saying people do this. It's not hate. It's like you're the leader. You're saying you're the greatest of all time. You're this. Then you should not be quitting on your team, man. You should never quit on your team. You should never walk off your team, walk off the floor. You should be the last person off the floor. You the leader.
I feel that. I get that.
King. You do all that. Now off the court, A1, but on the court, you got some questions.
I get that. I get that. I mean, but at the same time, okay. Right now, him and Steph tied for rings, right? Who else is next? Who else got multiples? Who got multiples
in this league era? Right, in this era, who got multiples in this era?
Besides KD. The dudes in Golden State.
I'm about to say KD got 2, but he got them with Golden State.
KD got 2. Yep, he got 2.
Yeah, he got multiple. He got 2. Let's see. It's been really dominated by certain people. You know, like the Warriors dominated, but LeBron really dominated his era. He went to finals, but he didn't win them. Golden State, his era is the Golden State era. like think about it. His era was the Golden State era. His era also fell in the Spurs dynasty. The end of the Pistons, the end of the Pistons little run.
He had to go through the Pistons.
Yeah, he had to go through the Pistons. So his era started do that when the Pistons won the championship till now. So let's see. Pistons had a good little run. He finally got through them. But then the Spurs won multiple championships on his dime. So he had to leave Cleveland. Because he didn't win the round in Cleveland. So those 7-8 years was a bust because he didn't win. He had to go to Miami and team up. He won 2. But he should have won more than that. But he won 2. But the Spurs won like 3 or 4 during that time, though. Like, you got to think about it. The Spurs won 2 with him. Yeah, they won 2 with him during that time. And if you want to count the time in Cleveland, they swap them. So they won 3 in his time, that time frame between Cleveland and Miami. You can't forget about Boston 1-1 on him. I'm just saying. Then he went back to Cleveland. He finally wins. Now it's the before he goes back, it's the Warriors dynasty. The Warrior win 1.
The Warriors come up
to Cleveland. They beat him. You know, then it's the Warriors go on a run. Now he goes to LA, win the Mickey Mouse ring. I'm just saying, he won the Mickey Mouse ring with LA as he left Cleveland. That's in his 4. The Warriors won another one. I'm just saying.
One thing is being or fighting to be the NBA juggernaut, and one is being the NBA juggernaut. And he's never been. None of the teams that LeBron has been on has been a juggernaut because they might win it one year, but the next year they flub, and the year after that, and the year after that. At least when Mike was there, They were an NBA juggernaut.
Aisha.
I'm just saying, look, he never. Can you say LeBron had a dynasty? Was he
No.
ever a part of a dynasty?
Nope.
Even though he went to 10 finals in a row, we hear this, right? But was he ever part of a dynasty?
No.
No.
But
Now let's go to Mike.
but that speaks more. That speaks more to him. That so if he makes these finals, consistently, it's not that a team is a dynasty, but look at him and his talent. His talent alone
did that shit
was
in a
enough
week.
to get a team
He
to a
did most of
championship.
that shit in a week. All you had to do was beat two teams and you in the finals. Because everybody else was weak. That's when they start changing up the formats for the All-Star game and all that. Because everybody went out west. LeBron was the last one on the east.
Well, I mean,
he went through it.
I mean,
it's not like Mike went through the murderer's row of the East when the East was the murderer's row. Mike went through everybody.
Yeah, Mike went through everybody. I give him that. But
I say, let's say, if people want to use the 80s Mike, okay. The 80s Mike, he had to go through the Celtics and the Lakers dynasties. And then he had the Pistons had a little mini dynasty toward the end. He ended that shit.
Yeah.
He ended that shit. And then now, the 90s. Nobody won on Mike Dine.
Nope.
like when he retired, that's when the Rockets did. When he came back, they won, but he really wasn't fully back.
Yeah, because if you think about it, he won 3. He retired for 2 years. The Rockets won those 2 years, and then Mike came back and won 3 more.
I said he retired for 1.5 because he actually went to the conference finals against the Magic. I think it was in the conference finals, and they beat him, but he wasn't fully back. He didn't have a full season. He came at the end of the season, toward the end of the season. So that was him trying to get into shape. And then next year, won 3 more. Nobody won on Mike Dine. That's what I'm saying. He look how many Hall of Famers he took rings from.
Oh,
I mean, that's all cool. I'm just saying.
And that's what we see about the
errors. Like you said, there's always that shift of power. It's not like it used to be. Even this era now, to me, as far as young stars, the only clear-cut person that I see young, and I mean, I'm not trying to call KD old, but KD, he's already got his legacy cemented. The only young person that I see that dog that you gotta go through, that you gotta see him, is Giannis. That's it. Like,
oh, I forgot about Giannis. Giannis won one on his dime.
I would love to say Tatum, like Tatum on the way, and I kind of want to put Ja there, but Ja threw me off with this this recent thing that's going on with him. So we'll see when you get to the postseason. It might be something there, but
I won't hear
right now.
Not better than Kobe. Kobe got more rings. I said, LeBron is not better than Kobe. Oh. Kobe got more rings.
And that's the thing. When they talk about it, they never put Kobe in this conversation. And like,
who is the closest player to Mike?
Kobe.
Then if Mike is the GOAT, then Kobe must be number 2.
Why? That's the thing that always makes me upset about it. Why we can't give Kobe his? I mean, it's too bad he can't appreciate it, but why are we not giving Kobe them flowers, man? Like, say, bro,
so
like this dude,
I'm just saying that everybody's saying Mike is the greatest of all time, right?
Right.
And his carbon copy, like almost down to the
attitude, ball head.
He has to be number 2 if he got a game just like Mike. He got 1 less title than Mike, and he been to more finals than Mike. Nobody want to hear it. He been to more finals than Mike.
At all.
He been to 7 finals. He's 5-2 in the finals.
That dude and that was
LeBron.
I'm not trying to dump on your Pistons, but I mean if they didn't have that rift, like seriously, did we really give the Pistons a shot?
Yeah,
Shaq
because
and Kobe didn't have that rift.
Beat the shit out of Shaq. You better look at that. That's why they lost. Shaq was manhandled by Ben Wallace. Go look at the series again. He was 1-on-1 with Shaq and shut Shaq ass down. He outworked Shaq.
Then people had a rift because you wouldn't have made it. You wouldn't have made it this far.
You want that Pistons team was the greatest defensive team of all time.
It was. And I ain't much gonna front. I ain't much gonna hold you. And who put me on it was my brother. My brother had me watching what they did because Rip coming off them screens, nothing short of immaculate. Nothing short of it. Like it was an art form. Like this dude was a guaranteed bucket. But y'all thing was defense. And the Lakers, I mean, them dudes was just stacked. When they had their issues was, all right, dog, I'm not vibing with this MF right now. Like, I don't care. And Kobe took that one game. He's like, hey, bro, I'm not getting swept. I don't care what we got going on. You could have slept with my mama for all I care. I'm not losing 4 in a row. You can hang that up. That's dead.
But nobody used the excuse when they ran through everybody that playoffs. They had that riff going through playoffs. And they ran through everybody. They ran against the best defensive team ever. And what happened was Shaq ass was out of shape. Thought he could just bully people. And Ben Wallace was strong enough to handle Shaq. So now they don't have to double Shaq. And now they can play defense straight up. Everybody had to double Shaq. So somebody was always open. And then on the offensive end, we just went at whoever Derek Fisher was guarding. So if Derek Fisher was guarding Chauncey Billups, Chauncey will go off. Then they'll switch Kobe on Chauncey and then they'll give it to Rip. And that's what happened. Whoever Derek Fisher covered.
Like I said, Rip mid-game was just nothing short of immaculate because dudes was guaranteed bucket.
That was one they was going to lose. And then, I'm not saying that because of the Pistons fan. I just say this deep. It could be anybody. With that defense,
I mean, I don't know.
With that defense,
like, I just think the Lakers was way
and then
too
the Boston year, it was just him and Paul going against Boston.
Him and Paul. And that dude went against the stacked Boston team.
The one that LeBron ran from? You talking about that one?
That one, that very same one.
yeah. Let's be real. Kobe has a better resume. Kobe has 2 Hall of Fame careers. He has number 8 Kobe, number 24 Kobe. They both Hall of Fame careers. They broke them down. They're both Hall of Fame careers.
They are.
Number 8, he got 3 championships.
That's why both numbers are on the Raptors.
And I'm just like, well, LeBron, he's not better than Kobe. He's not better than Will. He's not better than Shaq. He's not better. I'm not, in my eyes, he's not better than those. He was not more dominant than Shaq or Will. He's not as skilled as Kobe. He's not as skilled as Mike. I'm like, how can I put him as the greatest of all time?
Because he broke Kareem's record.
I mean, if Kareem could shoot, if Kareem would have played, Kareem played half his career with no 3-point line.
Exactly.
Like, come on, man.
And LeBron played more games.
And he played more games. They had more teams. And it's like, come on, man. Like, Wilt done that shit with 2 points.
To me, that's what makes it impressive because everyone's a professional. So you added a professional team. These are pros. All right, they scrubs off. They're not no bums off the street from the local wire.
I think he's slightly better than Magic. He's slightly better than Magic.
And Magic said it himself. Magic said it himself. But I mean,
Magic would say that because Magic is a humble person. You know what I'm saying? Magic. He knew he played in an era where it was full of superstars. Larry, Barkley, Patrick, you know,
He's a
and
better
I
scorer
probably
than
named like 3
Magic.
or 4
That's
people
why.
that Mike took their rings away from. Because
Yeah.
not a lot of people, I'm a diehard Knicks fan, and I was there from when Patrick Ewing was a rookie to when he retired, and he denied us every fucking year.
Yeah.
Now, do I think if LeBron played in our era, would he have been as a dominant player? No.
He might still score the
He
same.
would have been what you get when you order Scottie Pippen from Wish. That's what
No,
LeBron James would
I'm
have
being
been.
real. Even if he scored the same and assisted the same, we've seen that other people can win on his dime. We didn't, even if he had the same points, same assists, same whatever. We already seen people can win on his dime. So those are empty calories. It's
Yep.
like eating a big ass Whopper and expecting to lose weight. It doesn't mean that's what I mean.
You still can't take away the fact that he got multiple rings. He got 4 rings, and
Yeah,
this
for
is
a
me
ring.
not being an advocate for him. Like, I'm not. I've never been the one for LeBron's game. I mean, I'm cool with him being a dominant player because he's been in the league, 2 decades strong. He got these points for a reason. I wouldn't order Scottie Pippen from Wish. That's your first problem there. LOL. Damn, Anthony. But I'm not trying to take anything away from Bron. I mean, he got these 4 rings for a reason. He's done it with 4 different organizations.
3.5.
That's well, 3.5. I guess you can call that Cleveland team, a difference. But
No,
I mean,
I'm talking about his LA ring. His LA ring is 3.5.
oh, okay. So, I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah, he got from 3 different franchises, not 4. He got 4 rings, but 3 different franchises. That hasn't been that you haven't seen that. Like, well, Kobe, lifer, Jordan, lifer ish, D Wade, lifer. For guys who are multiples, guys who multiples.
He did play for Chicago
Yeah.
and Cleveland.
Right. But getting these championships, you got them for this one franchise. So D Wade, lifer ish. I don't know what to qualify KD is. I mean, I think of KD as a mercenary. So it's like whatever the job is, I'm gonna go and do the job. I don't care what uniform I'm wearing. So I can't call him a lifer. I'm just saying you a legacy. Like, you got your rings, plural. Who else got multiples that's in this era?
Teams no more.
But yeah, you don't have lifers anymore. I mean, yeah, we got these guys who in the door now, but
Steph is a lifer.
I'm sorry, Steph is a lifer. You got
Dame is a lifer so far, unless they trade him. But Dame is a lifer. We got quite a few that's lifer. D Book is look like he gonna stay with the Suns. I mean,
I'm thinking if LeBron James would have stayed with one team and won all the championships that he had with that one team, then you could look at him differently. But the fact that we saw him jump from Cleveland to the super team in Miami, and then he went back to Cleveland and then to the Lakers, you know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't build a dynasty like other players have.
Now, let me put it this way. Is KD respected? You would say fully. Is KD respected? You think? Like, fully?
Absolutely.
Like,
yeah.
No, he's not respected. His championships are not respected.
He is.
His championships are not respected. People always call him a cupcake. He's soft. He this. He that. Because you know why?
Called this man a cupcake since he was in OKC. So
I know. Listen. I'm like, he jumped from team to team, and people crucified this man for doing that. But they don't do that to Bron. So you got to keep the same energy. So you crucified KD for jumping from team to team to team. Brian is a mercenary. He jumped from team to team to team. Not establishing anything.
Every team that he jumped to won the championship. So when he left and went to Miami, championship.
He had to go back to Cleveland. Wait. Wait. He had to go back because he did that first. So his introduction to about year 8, he didn't win shit. And then he won to Miami, and he had to go back to Cleveland because he shouldn't have won in Cleveland. The damn Warriors had the most epic collapse I've ever seen in my fucking life. He shouldn't have won that one in Cleveland, but he did. So I give
Kyrie and Bron dropping 40.
That was his best ring. That was his best ring. The one I give him the most respect for is the Cleveland ring.
I don't know what Golden State did. I think Golden State just kind of went into cruise control. It was like, man, whatever. Steph, win this one for us. And Kyrie and LeBron said, "Hey, bro, if this can't get back to Cleveland, they messed up." And that's what happened. So I don't even want to take nothing away from that ring. Because Kyrie was healthy and his right mind, said, "Look, bro.
Yeah, man, he traded
Andrew
Wiggins. That man traded Andrew Wiggins for Kevin Love. That was fucked up.
Wiggins still got his ring. So what's up?
From that shit.
Wiggins still got his ring. So what's up?
Let me put it this way. Then he goes to the Lakers. We're not gonna talk about the fucking championship. He couldn't win with. Look at the talent he had with the Lakers. And if he would have just let it be, Brian could have won about 3-4 championships.
He ain't want that.
But no, I gotta win now. I gotta win now. I gotta win with all these old people. And basketball is a young man's game. It's not an old man's game. It's a young man's game.
He wanted what he wanted. The Lakers was young.
He let Lonzo, Ingram, Kuzma, Randall, all them would have grew up together. Josh Hart coming off the bench. All them boys would have grew up together. Ain't nobody was gonna touch the Lakers.
Said D'Lo. D'Lo was in there at one point.
Look, he had to go trade back and get D'Lo. like
them boys was
like, come on.
Babies, man. Them boys was on their way.
You let them boys grow.
Ooh, the Lakers. I'm like, hey, bro, the Lakers scary. I said, give them boys about 4 or 5 years. Them boys would have been. Them boys,
the Lakers would have had 20 championships.
It'd have been a Lakers invitational.
It had 20. They had what? 18. They'd have had at least 20 of them.
Them people be running the floor off these people right now. You think the running gun Suns was a problem, man?
Look what Julius Randle doing for the Knicks. Look what Brandon Ingram doing for the Pelicans.
Yeah, these dudes are taking
that's all you spot up shooters. All Brian had to do was pass the ball. That's all he had to do. That's what he want to do, right? Pass the ball. That's all he had to do. He had shooters all around him. Oh, I forgot about Larry Nance. He had Larry Nance coming off the bench too.
And Larry Nance. Dog.
That Lakers team was a dog. You just had to grow up. And all you had to do was coach them youngins up. But no, LeBron can't coach them youngins up.
He has no patience.
Nah, you switch. Kobe when he was older than 2, he couldn't do what he used to do. Year 20 Kobe wasn't the same as year 15 Kobe. Now, if that was year 15 Kobe with them youngins, Kobe would have won a championship with them damn youngins. But he was too damn old at the time with them youngins. He couldn't do it no more. His body gave out on him. Couldn't do it no more. So
and not only that, I think it got to his head. If you didn't work hard as Kobe, he wasn't trying to give you the ball. You know what I'm saying? That's where I think Kobe had an ego, because he was like, nobody's working harder than me. Nobody's out here for 3 hours, 4 hours shooting jump shots. Nobody's gonna work as hard as me. So when it comes down to it, I ain't passing you the ball.
Nope.
And that's why these dudes, the dogs that they are now. Like the story with Julius Randle. When Julius Randle, I can't think of the location where he was, but he's like him and Kobe. Kobe was like, "Hey, bro, we're gonna hit this high school gym." And the custodian, knew him and Kobe real well, so they're working and improved his game. So he built this habit up. And Julius Randle, he shared this story. He said he went when he goes to this certain location, whatever it is. He gets up with the custodian. He's like, "Oh, you in here working, huh? You know who the last person up in here was, right?" He's like, "Yeah, it was Kobe." And I mean, he just take that mentality, and then, I mean, it's showing, and it's showing vast improvement, because Julius Randle, his game has never slipped since he left LA, like at all. He hasn't lost anything. Like everything has been refined. Like he just improves, he gets better, and it's showing true because he's the premier guy in New York now. I don't see that mentality today with today's players. I'll give it to Dame, because Dame is a lifer like that, and I'll give it to, obviously Giannis, and two more. I want to give it to Booker and Tatum. I want to give it to Booker and Tatum. Yep. Now, people talk about Booker, that Booker isn't made that way, but now he's going to have to. He's going to get in that bag, because Phoenix don't have a bench, and you got to have a bench. But if he could get over this hump with what he has, you can't tell Booker nothing. Don't tell him a god doggone thing.
But he has to be the dog, because if it's KD,
and that's what I'm hoping for. Because
it'll be KD's legacy if it's KD carrying him. So if KD
carrying
him to a championship.
So that's the thing. The last time that KD was in the West, healthy, he was there. He was in the championship. He got hurt and he lost, but when he was healthy in that championship, that was it. But that's what I'm hoping for Phoenix. Okay, you got this mercenary. You got KD. Everybody knows what this dude is. But now, I'm not even worried about those CP. I'm looking at
left Portland a long time ago. I'd have left Portland in the dust. If I was
Portland, I think Portland gonna do right, Bob. I think Portland is gonna actually be like, "Hey, bro, we appreciate it. The jersey will be hung up here. Just give us 2 years after you call it, after you lace them up. After you done, let us know 2 years later, we're giving you a ceremony. Like, just let us know." But it's obvious that Portland knows that it ain't gonna happen with them.
They wasted Dame Lillard's career.
Yes.
Like,
but they didn't. But at some point, where does Damian Lillard get blamed for staying? He could have left.
He didn't want. See, the
we'd
thing
have been talking about him. We'd have been talking about him like that.
Everybody was jumping on people from jumping from team to team. Remember when his contract was up? That's when KD was jumping from. He jumped from team to team, and so he didn't want to be like KD. So he like, man, I'm gonna make it work with Portland, and they had CJ McCollum, and that was it. They literally surrounded him with CJ McCollum and nobody else.
Yep.
And expected Dame to win. They failed Dame Lillard. They failed him, and they need to go send him to somewhere where he can win a ring, man. Because Dame Lillard would be talked about more if he was with somebody else.
And that's what they're gonna have to do. I hope it's next year. I really do. And
send him back to Oakland.
Where would you like him to go, though?
Let him go to the Warriors. Send him back to Oakland. Send him home. Send him back home.
Woo! Man.
Take Jordan Poole.
I don't know. Jordan Poole's kind of nice.
Nah,
I know.
I don't know about that. Well,
I'll take
then again,
somebody
this is a
else.
business. It's a
Take
business. It's a
Andrew
business.
Wiggins because it's like he got a fucking personal problem going on. So take Andrew Wiggins
Alleged.
and send him. I
I,
don't
I
know who
don't.
you
I
sent
don't.
for, but I was sending
I'm
back
not.
home.
I'm not in them. I'm not in them people. You know, I'm not. I'm not in their organization like that. So I don't want to. I don't want to insinuate, and I don't want to damage the man's reputation. I don't know if it's personal. I don't know if it's
No, this is a personal
medical.
issue. So whatever the issue is, it, you're not helping my team out. Like I look at it like this: any other job in America would have been got rid of your ass.
Yep.
Like, personal issue or not. After a while, if you missing 25 games because of a personal issue, bro,
But
like
I
it's
I
bad.
said this in the post. Like the NBA got a real problem because we're at a point you don't even know who to root for anymore. And the All Star, this is what the thing about the All Star weekend. The All Star weekend is where you have the turns and who's going to be the next, who with this changing of the guard. And we didn't have that. So you got Friday night, okay, you got the rookies. Okay, who's going to be up and coming? Then you have Saturday night, like this is the guy that's going to turn the franchise around because of the talent. So the main event for Saturday night is your dunk contest. You had 3 role players and a YouTuber, and I'm not trying to crap on McClung on Mac McClung. Like you won that, but say, bro, you didn't even play a minute. How are you allowed? How are you invited? Like that's what they have the spectacle of YouTube dunk contest for. Go do that stuff. Like this is, hey, this is a person that I see on teams that's gonna be competing. I'm not gonna see you in Philly competing. Philly's gonna be there, but I won't see you. And Friday, obviously, that's when you have everybody. Everybody's everybody. Like who really wants it? And this year it was Tatum. Tatum got that MVP and the All Star. So now you're looking at him and his team competing for this championship. But will you have enough in the tank to get past Milwaukee, who's obviously in all pro mode? Like the other day when you seen Drew put up numbers and Giannis putting up double doubles with numbers, hey man, that's a tough out. And that's just 2 of them dudes. Milwaukee got a bench too.
Oh, he returned to the Bay Area. So I guess Wiggins was getting ready to play, but I'm like, dude fucked up my fantasy basketball season. Dude, hey,
no,
like,
another one.
Listen,
Another one bites.
listen. This dude, I'm like, what the fuck is he hurt? Personal issues. This dude was out for the playoffs. Like he was out because he, I'm like, man, what's going on? Like nobody got killed. I don't think nobody got killed. I don't think nobody died. I don't know what's going on. I hope the rumor's not true. What people are saying is going on. I can see how that could fuck somebody's head up. But I'm like, look, I guess I'm old school with it. I'm not gonna, if I'm out on the work, I'm not gonna let my personal issues affect my job. So if I'm a baller, I've been out there playing ball and deal with my personal issues.
And we'll figure that stuff out.
We'll figure it out when I'm off the clock.
Personal issue.
This pays the bills. Like I'm making millions of dollars. This pays the bills, and people can only be understanding for so much for Andrew Wiggins. Like before it started hurting the team, it's like, well, damn, you're a major part of our team, and
that's why I'm saying the league has such an issue because everything rubs these players the wrong way. Dude warming up wrong, he hurt his ankle. Dude playing the game, rolls his ankle, he's out, whatever. Dude hurt his hamstring, he's out for 2 years. Dude, what's another issue that's been going on with somebody? I don't know, the Kyrie situation. Say, bro, I don't want to take medicine. I don't feel like it. I'm gonna be on. I'm gonna have my phone out. I'm gonna sit here and brandish a gun. when I know or I may not know, I might not know this state's gun laws, and I'm gonna sit here and brandish my gun in the middle of a season, even though I'm not supposed to be out, supposed to be, upset at this loss because we lost that
That's
night.
really a problem.
Like there's some serious issues going on in this league. Y'all
Yeah, they
wanted all
fired
this
his
money.
yeah, he got fired. I know he fired. All you have is one job is to make sure this floor is dry. I know he fired. They fucking fired him quick. Go ahead, turn in that badge, big dog. Go turn it in. Don't even clock out. They told him, don't even clock out. Just go straight to the parking lot.
But say, man, like y'all arguing for this collective bargaining agreement for y'all to get paid. Now they're giving you the money, but nobody's here. Like, who are we watching? Like, I don't have a clear turning of the guard. Like, I can only rely on Giannis for so much. Like, yay, Giannis. I need somebody else too. Who is Giannis playing against? Like, I need something else. We need to turn the page. We gotta go. We're in the next era. We're in the next chapter. I don't want to sit here and be like LeBron. LeBron's been in the league for 20 years.
All them gonna be next. They're gonna be next. Giannis, Tatum. If Krispy Kreme stopped getting hurt, he'd have been up next.
Like,
that's the crop. But he gotta stop getting hurt.
Can we retire the Krispy Kreme?
Once he makes a full season, at least 70 games, then I'll call him Zion. Until he do 70 games straight, Krispy Kreme.
Well, the hater, if he don't play a full season, I will call him Krispy Kreme, even when he going to get, going into the Hall of Fame. I'll scream at the TV, Krispy Kreme.
Look, Eric, for the Krispy Kreme name to stop, he got to at least play 70 games for me. 70. That's big. Him missing 10. He went on 12. I'm sorry, he missing 12.
And so far, we are ways away from that because
the dude on average
y'all did it last week.
9 games a year.
Dude been at 20 some odd games a year since he's been in the
29
league.
games. Man, I rounded up to 25. I rounded up and gave him 29. 29 games a year.
That might be never.
Give me 70, man.
They got 82 games. They got 82 games, and this dude gave me one quarter of that. A quarter of that every year is what y'all telling me. I can't. I don't have it in me.
I gotta find out if there's a Krispy Kremes down there so I could have a box ordered and sent to the arena.
We have one.
Yeah, they have.
But it's not in New Orleans, but it's pretty
Metairie.
Well, I'm gonna have to pay somebody to make a delivery.
He just got to do 70 games, Eric. That's all 70.
Man, y'all asking for too much.
Too much.
Y'all asking for too much. It hasn't happened. Y'all said it yourself. We sat here.
That's because the players of today are made out of plastic. The players of today, trip over a blade of grass and are out for 6 to 8 weeks.
Exactly. And
put it this way, y'all got rid of Anthony Davis to get another injury-prone superstar.
And get another Anthony Davis.
Yeah, basically.
Got another
a fatter Anthony Davis. That's what y'all got. Y'all should have kept Julius Randle, like I said. I said keep Julius Randle, draft Ja Morant. Y'all off to the races.
Oh yeah, that would have been serious.
Man.
No, we got to get Zion. And people called me a hater. I was called a hater first. They say, "Oh, you such a hater. You hating on me, but y'all don't want us to get Zion." I'm like, no. Y'all already have a Zion and Julius Randle. Get Julius Randle, and get Ja Morant.
Julius did draft Ja.
And you know the people in New Orleans is not gonna let Ja Morant do nothing stupid because we love our sports team. So hey, get your ass up out the club, bro. You better go shoot some jump.
Yep.
Look, that's what we do down here. Better get
Don't
your
you
ass
got
up
a
out the
game
club.
tomorrow?
What you mean? Give me that gun. They told me, give me that gun, man. What you doing with this damn gun? Man, go
We'll
sit
be
your
right
ass
there
down.
at the Lafitte Project. We'll be up there shoot. Hey, bro, we got 2 more hours to be out here. Work on this jump shot. Work on these free throws.
Better be your ass in the gym.
Yep.
Honestly, that would have been a
be
totally
outside.
different
Ain't
squad.
nobody home in there right there. Hey, bro, ain't nothing happening right here, bro. We
With
working.
Brandon Ingram. With
we out here
all
with the
those
light.
people. Y'all end up trading Lonzo anyway. Everybody said, well, we already got Lonzo. Y'all end up trading Lonzo anyway. So y'all could have traded Lonzo Ball when he was still hot, which was a good thing because Lonzo needs a shot now.
Yeah.
Y'all could have had Ja Morant. Y'all could have had Brandon Ingram.
We had Lonzo for facilitating. Like, Lonzo wasn't, like a lights out guy. He was up
y'all
there.
could have got Ja Morant with Julius Randle, with Brandon Ingram. Yeah, they're your playoff team instantly.
Well,
but I know why they did it, because the name Zion carried weight. I mean, God, for the people in New York cried because they couldn't get him. They cried.
I'm not crying. I'm not crying because he would have been eating Krispy Kremes, Dunkin' Donuts. He would have had he would have been eating a whole bunch of shit in Manhattan. I'm glad he's where he's at.
Iowa beating South Carolina.
Oh, no way.
I told you there's a chance.
No way.
Iowa beat them 44-37. There's a chance. I told you, it's always a chance, people. It's a chance.
Yep. And we at what, 7:30 right now?
Yeah, for the third quarter. I like how they do this. Instead of the halves, they do the quarters. I think the men need to adopt that. Because the halves, I'm like, man, y'all doing these halves. I don't want to do the halves. Do the quarters. Just break them up.
Not the ladies. The ladies, they do their quarters. I mean, that's what I know for college. I know half for college.
So. Iowa getting in their shit. Like it's a good game. Like I said, the ladies putting on. The men got a lot of work to do.
They got a whole second half to go, so we'll see.
I didn't know the men got a lot of. These 2 Final Four semifinals have been great. The men have a lot of work to do to top this shit. Because I think everybody gonna be watching the women's game. Because the women's game is on Sunday, so I'll be watching it before WrestleMania, starts. It's a lot of work to do. And then, damn, they beat them down the court. South Carolina getting their teeth kicked in. Pretty bad. It's about to be bad.
Oh.
They're not going to give it to him, G, bro. They're going to give it to Embiid, man, because he missed it. They're not going to give him – they don't give Jokic 3 straight. I don't think they're going to give Jokic 3 straight. They're going to find a way to screw him.
Pretty much.
Yeah, nobody really is scoring for him. And I'm just saying, just give it to Embiid or Giannis because we don't need to hit. We don't need Jokic to be. I don't think anybody three-peated as MVP. I can't remember anybody three-peating as MVP. Winning 3 straight. Like Jokic is the greatest, probably the greatest regular season player. You get in the postseason, he folds like old wallet. I don't trust him.
I like Joker. I find it weird that he's gonna have his 15 retire for Denver, and I mean,
That's
we just
fucked up.
gonna say screw Carmelo, but
That's
whatever.
fucked up.
I mean, Melo ain't got no MVPs either, so
Yeah.
Joker got two
What
of
you
them.
think New York gonna? You think New York gonna retire that 7 for Carmelo?
I mean, what did he really do for them to
Nothing.
retire him? Yeah, he put up numbers, but he didn't lead us to anything. You know what I'm saying? And to answer your question, Bill Russell got it from 1960 to 1963, Wilt Chamberlain from 1965 to 1968, and Larry the Legend from 83 to 86.
Damn. So he gonna be in in that category with Bill, Wilt, and Larry,
And the legend.
and LeBron ain't better than Larry Bird. Nobody not ready for that conversation.
No, they not.
Nobody ain't ready for that conversation. They say he the best small forward of all time. No, he's not.
Hell no.
No, he's not.
Oh,
I don't think
okay.
people ready for that conversation.
Hell
Yeah,
no.
yeah, boy.
The best
You
small
want
forward.
to
We
get
ain't going
LeBron
there.
fans mad?
Let's
Look,
not go there.
You want to get LeBron fans mad? Tell them he ain't better than Larry Bird. Boy, watch they blow a gasket.
Nah,
I
fuck
say
that.
people can't stop Jokic. People can't stop Luka. Yeah, and their main thing is, Larry be too slow. Jokic is the slowest player I've ever seen. He is slow as shit. And then Luka is slow.
I mean, but they do it phenomenally though. Them
So
dudes there.
you think who's better, Jokic or Bird?
Clearly, it's Larry. It's Larry without a
Who's
doubt.
better, Luka or Bird?
Larry Bird all around would be a way better player than Luka.
So if you put Larry Bird in today's game, Larry Bird would
you
be
put
dropping
you
60
put that Larry against this Luka. I mean, but I'm gonna lean on Larry though, because
Larry would be dropping 60.
Larry was that guy.
He'll
Larry
be
was
dropping
that
60
guy,
every
man.
night.
Larry would just against any of those players, they wouldn't be able to. For a dude that was so awkward and probably not the fastest player on the floor, he got his shot off. You couldn't stop him when he wanted to score. And the fact that he could tell you, yo, I'm going to bank it off the glass. This one's a swish. You know what I'm saying? There's not basketball players out there like there was back in the day.
Larry, I seen Larry take somebody's soul away, man. Like, I can remember the story, and I can't exactly remember it in its entire detail. But dude played against Larry's brother, or something regarding that manner. That's what that story is? That's what that story is?
Sean Kemp broke his brother's record.
Dude said, you know what? Since you want to do stuff, huh? I'm going to drop whatever. Now, I won't say it was 40. I'm going to drop 40 on you tonight. That's what's going to happen. Larry went out there, laced him up. Larry got his 40.
My favorite Larry Bird story was while he was a coach. He was out there watching a practice, and the dude told him, this ain't 1986. He said, okay, be out here tomorrow. Came out there tomorrow, and they said he almost dropped like 30 or 40. And when he looked at him, he looked at the guy, he told him, looks like 1986, huh? This is the old man that wasn't even in the league anymore.
That's what I'm saying. Jordan was beating up on people in his 50s and 60s. It said Jordan beat up Mike, did a number on Michael Beasley. And Michael Beasley used to give LeBron the blues in practice.
Beasley was that guy.
And they see Jordan
I ain't gonna say that guy, but
at 50, like in his 50s, Jordan blanked the dude. So I'm like, dude, these people from the 80s and 90s were a different breed. They played defense. They played both ways. It wasn't just one way.
Yeah.
While you talking about Jordan in the '60s, one of y'all guys, Pistons, said, "Hey, if I lose to Mike right now, I think I need to find another career because he can't see himself losing to a guy in the '60s." That's because again, you're not old enough to appreciate what that dude did on the floor. Like what that dude did on the floor, man, and he still got that in him, but he's not as young as you.
The shot is the last thing to go. That's the
Yeah.
last thing to go is his shot. So if he can make shots,
Like,
he can beat you 1-1.
All you got is the athleticism, but guess what? That dude brain ain't go nowhere. His brain still works. So I don't know what you're talking about if you lose to a 60-year-old because you ain't old enough to appreciate what dude did.
You're
No
talking
matter
about
what
a
people did,
defensive specialist. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan was either defensive player of the year or on the first team defense every year. These guys nowadays don't even know the word defense. They
at
play
all.
what I call Olay defense. They let you
That's
go. If you score, you don't score. They run down the floor and they shoot a shot or whatever.
Yep.
There's no locking anybody down.
You know why? It's AAU culture. There's no fundamentals being taught anymore. Everybody want to run to these AAU teams. And AAU teams is all about highlights. It's not about defense. It's not about fundamentals. It's about getting your shot off.
Well,
So
one,
that's why
people
basketball is ruined. There ain't
people
nobody
don't
going
want
on
to
the
see that
blacktop
defensive
no more.
stuff.
Nobody running plays.
Nah.
Well, that and
Not
when
only for
you
the women, Anthony. For the women, it's 4 quarters. For the women, it's 4 quarters. For the men, it's 2 halves. The men are still behind time.
when you have highlights, and I don't know if Steph still does this or not, but when Steph warm up for the game, the dude, somewhere in the corridor, just lacing threes, just lacing shot, like sitting down on the bench, laced. He out there going to the corridor that's like, 20 plus feet away, 24 plus feet away, lacing it. Like that's what dudes want to do.
Yeah,
They were
yeah.
like, "Oh man, say bro, I just want to sit here. I want to be like Steph and Dame. I want to shoot it from the parking lot. I want to lace it like they do." Well, you also what you don't see how many times they took that shot and didn't make it. Is to a point where they did it so many times and they found the rhythm and rhyme to how they can lace these type of shots, and you just want to do it to make a highlight. Like who's a youngin that people kind of inspire up to? LaMelo Ball. People, they look up to LaMelo, but they kind of showed some of it, but it didn't show the whole time. Like them boys had the basketball in their hands since my son age, since my son is 4. Like they had the ball in their hands since
LaMelo
then.
Ball is a horrible shooter. He's a horrible shooter. He chuck it. He just chuck it.
In high school, that dude was awesome.
Because the 3-point line, that's because the 3-point line is shorter.
It is, and I give it that. I give y'all that. Like him, when I seen Lonzo's high school highlights and him in UCLA, I'm like, say, bro, this dude is awesome. Then when he got drafted, I'm like, say, bro, like, did this dude forget how to play ball? Like, it wasn't the same guy. I'm looking at 2 different guys. It's like, I don't know if we switched the younger brother with Lonzo, but I'm like, this ain't Lonzo. I mean, I still had hope. I held out hope. Then when he got here, he had to work with a dude to work with his technique. They say, bro, like you the way that you gripping the ball, that ain't gonna do it for you. Like your IQ is still there, but the way that you shooting these shots, that's not gonna work for you. It ain't gonna work at all at any level. High school, all the pros. And when he got here and dude fixed his jumper, said, yeah, you know what? Thank you for the memories, because y'all ain't gonna give me the money. No, we're not gonna give you the money because you.
Let me tell you about high school. Jello scored 71 points in high school, and Jello's a football
But Jello was
player.
supposed to come up. Jello was supposed to come up.
Man.
But Jello messed himself over when he messed up when he was across seas.
I'm just saying, but Jello didn't make the league yet because you know what? It's in high school. All you got to do is be somewhat nice.
But when he messed himself over in college, ruined himself for a year, and then how are you going to get in the pros if we don't have anything that kind of shows us to how you're going to transition to the pros? Okay, we seen you in high school, but you was with your brother in high school.
They brought him over to UCLA, hoping they can get LaMelo, but when they got rid of Jello, that's when LeVar moved LaMelo and them to Lithuania. See, they were trying to get all the Ball brothers to go to UCLA.
Right.
But I mean, they kicked Jello off the team. You know, LeVar hothead.
LeVar made a whole league just to highlight Jello and Melo. He made a league for them two. Jello won it. I don't know because I never got a chance to catch it. Like I didn't.
It was trash. You didn't miss nothing. It was a trash league.
Okay, well he made a league and then
ugly ass shoes that got probably reason why fucking Lonzo got knee problems now because of them fucking shoes. Them Kmart ass shoes he was selling for like $400.
Man, ooh, I ain't gonna forget that either. I said, how dare you?
I know some people who bought them. And I'm like, I know y'all ain't wearing. I know y'all ain't wearing them shits. I know y'all feet hurt. I know y'all feet hurt them shits.
Man, because them things looked uncomfortable. When he debuted them in his first game, when he had to change, that dude said he had to change 4 pairs of shoes in a game.
Because he got blisters. He was getting blisters.
I said, ain't no way. Say, bro, y'all, I don't care what we got to do, Dad. You got to go back to the lab on this. Because ain't no way I got to change it. In my first game, I got to change to 4 different pairs of shoes. Something is extremely wrong here.
Baller brand my ass. That shit.
Man, boy.
Brick brand.
That boy got corns and shit on his toes and shit.
That's why Melo didn't want to hurt his feelings. Melo was like, I seen what happened with this dude. Ain't no way.
I'm going to Puma.
That boy said, I put on every other pair of shoes. That boy said, I'm going to try these Nikes. I'm going to try these Reeboks. I'm going to try these Adidas. It just so happened Puma gave him more creative freedom to create the shoe. And that's something he always wanted to do. He wanted to create his own shoe. And when he went and spoke to your man with the Baller brand, he's like, okay, this is what I want to design. He's like, okay, you did this, but are you proven? Like, did you really do your research? Well, that's what we got you guys for. We got you guys to design and stuff. I just know how it's going to be. I know what I want to feel, and I know what people want the exterior to look like. And unfortunately, that falling out, that whole situation, and then you got into where we are today with him being with Puma, because Puma gave him that freedom, they gave him that expression.
That was the best thing. That creative freedom. Because Puma was uncomfortable. That's the best thing he could do for his feet.
Oh yeah.
Because the big baller brands on his feet, he'd have been in the same boat with Lonzo.
The knees.
I would get a pair only to keep them because they might sell sometime down the road because they're not a shoe that's made anymore. But no, them shits were ugly. They just didn't look right.
Ross right now, man. They probably had Ross. If they had
paid less, even at Ross. They're not even at Ross.
Them shits are bad, man. Them $450. What do you say? $450. I'm like, what? Pay the $400.
That dude used to make pop-up shops for that, and then you have to reserve a spot too. Them boys said you need this spot, and then this is just guaranteeing you getting a store. You ain't even buying the product yet. This is what it did to this man. You want me to buy this stuff, brother?
I just want somebody to take a picture of you with your big baller brand shoes. Just take a picture of them.
Man,
I want to
I'm
see.
gonna look,
I
I'm
want
gonna
to
look
see
that
how
shit
messed
up.
up your feet is from wearing them shits. Yeah, I know you couldn't even walk nowhere in them shits.
Fingers all your toes all like
Everything
on
all
top
crushed
of
up,
each other, corns and fucking
man.
cornfields coming out of your shit.
Popcorn toe ass. That's what's gonna happen. Like toes gonna be like this.
That's the LeBron feet, man. LeBron feet messed up like that. Actually, all them dudes like that. Brian, KD, Harden, them boys' feet are jacked. I'm talking
And you
about
gonna take
real
care of your.
ugly.
They got some dudes that they get pedicures and shit. They take care of their feet.
Yeah.
Obviously, Brian didn't. Man,
Well, no, Brian actually does take care of his feet. He gets them polishes and all that, but his feet is not it. Ask that man take his socks off. Telling you,
I ain't trying to see his feet, bro.
you'll
Look,
lose
I
your
seen
lunch.
Shaq. That's enough.
You're gonna lose your
Shaq
lunch.
TV had me sick as a dog.
Yeah, Shaq's feet are fucking ugly.
Real ugly.
So can you imagine?
Well, I'd be like, I hate to see Lonzo feet. Them bitches, he light skinned as shit. So his fucking toes probably purple and shit.
Man. Well, I think it ain't work out with him and Denise. That girl said, nope. Can't. I won't do it.
KD needs to stop wearing his shoes low tops. That's why your ankle. Yep, that's why his ankles always get fucked up too. Mids, I like mids. Them low tops, I cannot ball in low tops.
I
Mids
never
to
did
high
like
tops.
low top shoes. I don't see the fascination with them in today's game now. Like they look like they offer no support whatsoever.
You saw
Like
his ankle went inward when he fucking slipped on your boy last day at work. His fucking ankle to this.
man, I see KD go up.
Man.
KD look like a messed up animation in 2K.
That
It's
boy
like
ankle.
when they give you the wrong animation when you're trying to do something. That boy KD went up and that was it. Like he was stuck like that and he was straight down. I said that's messed up, bro.
More like when you fucking press the wrong button in the slam dunk contest on 2K.
The boy said,
Like,
"Oh no!" So smooth and it. Oh.
Yeah, you right though, Eddie. You right about that though. Oh man, let's go into shout outs. Man. I just want to shout out Megan Thee Stallion. That was the best first pitch I've ever seen in my life.
Even though it went to fucking first base almost.
Oh, she didn't throw a strike. I didn't notice the pitch.
Real quick.
I wasn't looking at the pitch. Shout out to the cameraman.
You notice her more when she's standing sideways. From behind, all you get is the wideness. But when she's standing sideways, woo!
Listen,
she got a dumpster up there.
Now, WWE cameraman, that's how you film.
Hey,
now that's how you film, man.
Everybody was watching. Everybody was watching. Did the Astros win that game?
I don't know.
Even know.
God, y'all boys, y'all
I
terrible.
don't
I
even
just want y'all to know that. I want y'all to know that. But shout out Megan.
That shit's
I see her on her horse, on her bicycle, and riding again. Go ahead and get it, girl. But for shouting out, the last day of the month of March, you know, for those who celebrated this month of Women's History Month, shout out to all, you know, those women who are sung heroes, unsung heroes. Of course, I came from a woman. Shout out to my mom. Shout out to my wife. So we did a thing. We still, you know, waiting for news, but we did a thing. Hopefully, news to share in the upcoming months. It really, I had the vision, but it really took her to sit here and give the sacrifice, you know, keep me on track, keep me in my right mind frame to do what we're doing now. and it's gonna work out. It's gonna come to fruition finally. Um, Again, that's more to come on that in the upcoming months. Um, Shouting out, the entire commission as per usual, as an entire team. Mo for creating the platform. Having Lala, it was him and Lala for a minute. Then Nasty, those who contributed beforehand. Izzy coming on, Jay coming on, and then myself. From starting off of having an opportunity, just doing comments. It's like, hey, let's make this sweepstakes. Whoever could come up with the sports takes, come out and have a spotlight. You come on the show for a minute, and it just so happens to turn out, hey man, I'm gonna send you the link, and here we are. Having separate shows. You got the Thursday wrestling podcast. You got the Friday sports show, and I know Mo got he got the gears turning. He add more things, add things to the current format. So shout out to Venom and Smoke, the podcast, the entire podcast. And yeah, for those who commenting, those who's watching, and those who helping us with the numbers grow on these different streams, on the YouTubes. Thank you for watching us on the Twitter, what we have available on Twitter, and with the self promo that was did on IG, that too. So those are my shout outs.
All right. I'd like to shout you guys out. I got to take a little word from Izzy. This is like a form of therapy, man. When you're not having a good day or whatever, to be able to sit down and chop it up and laugh and just to have the company is a mental thing. It's really like the last couple of days haven't been that great. So I've been just, trying to go through the motions, but then I knew that tonight I was gonna be able to sit here with you two and we were gonna talk sports, talk shit, and always have a good laugh. Anthony, he does contribute a lot. Definitely gotta thank him. You know, like always, I shout Lala out. Look for her, Lala's Empire, on all social networks. Buy the merchandise. Keep us moving forward. We know that we do a good thing, but we're gonna do better, and we're gonna do more stuff. And I know that with the support that we do get, that there's only one way, and that's up. And I really shout, like, you two guys, like I said, the last couple of days haven't been that great, and to be able to sit here with you two and talk sports, jump from one subject to another like we do, and have a good time, and I honestly think we have great shows. But yeah, definitely. I mean, I appreciate the time that I do get to spend with you guys.
Sir.
Oh man, I thank y'all fellas for doing this with me. Man, like, I appreciate taking time out y'all busy schedules to do the sports show. I really enjoy it. It's, I like the banter. It's good. We're gonna just keep it up. We got more things coming soon this year. Man, like you always say, buy Lala's merch, buy our merch. Uh, we'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully all y'all can join the show. I'll send the link out. And so if you're watching WrestleMania night 1, you can come kick it with us after it's over, and we'll give our recap on it. That and Stand and Deliver and everything else that's going on tomorrow.
Yeah, I might miss Stand and Deliver tomorrow because my organization is throwing an Easter egg hunt for the kids, and I'll probably be doing that during the day.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna try
That's
to make
fine.
it.
I said that's fine. We could breeze through that, and sometimes I'm gonna be watching after shit. And I just hear what they say, and I make my own comments on it. So sometimes I miss certain things, and I hear it, and I can get a response from it. So we didn't go through next man level fast. I think a lot of people is gonna just breeze through that, and yeah, man. I just thank everybody for watching this show. It's like it's good. I love doing it, and man, I just like I say, thank y'all for like sticking with me. That's really, it's really it, man. Thank y'all for that, man. Like I said, we'll be back tomorrow right after WrestleMania is over. This is your host Mo Young. You got the hater, and you got Doc Eric. We'll see y'all later. Peace, and we out.
Peace.
Later on. Next week.
And if you see me keep looking over my shoulder, I gotta watch my back. Oh, she egged me. What the hell? Oh, shit all over my rip off with the jersey. Go get me a towel. Y'all didn't know. Y'all.
You fucking owners have handled Judge, Gentleman, retired? Come on! He should have been fired before the fucking season! Joe Judge, quarterback sneak on not one, but 2 times from the fucking 5-yard line!
And we're talking echelon. It's going to be Yankees first, Giants second, Jets third, Mets last.
No!
Wait a minute. It's Yankees first. It's Yankees first.
Okay.
Giants second.
Okay.
Knicks third.
No!
Jets fourth. Mets fifth. Oh, wait a minute. The Nets bit their mouth when they found out he was leaving. Maybe it was girl number 25 that didn't mind doing it.
I'll just put it this way. It's way bigger than Nino Brown, a.k.a. Deshaun Watson. This is way bigger than him.
Yeah, that's exactly what this is.
Maybe that's why he got off, because it's bigger than him and there's bigger people implicated in this.
I think it's going to come to maybe 5 years down the line, and then Cleveland going to crumble.